This one's for Ashley Cummins. Yeah. The other sister carving her own path. Let's ride! Let's ride. Yoga mat warrior, always getting twisted. They took her favorite speed, left her in the dust. In a stable, but not stable, that's a hard trust bust. World's on fire, relationships a hot mess. She's pouring real tea while spilling her own dress. Earl Skakel cracking up, Roachy in the mix. H-man spitting wild, she keeps it legit.
Hush that fuss. Ashley's coming through, move to the front of the bus. Do you wanna vibe and laugh with us? We the type of people that make the podcast nuts. Hush that fuss. She's the real deal, speaking her mind for us.
It's a beautiful day.
Hey, 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 hey.
Ashley's in the house.
Good vibes today.
She won't hesitate to clap back when it's earned, but mostly here for laughs. Your bad takes get burned. Word events got a side eye in the news. Bad dates, honey, she's got better shoes. Family drama, yeah, we all got our scars. Hers just winnies and lives in fancy cars. Come vibe with the crew, no scripts, pure cap. Ashley Cummins podcast, put that on the map, or at least YouTube. In the stable, but not stable.
She's unbreakable.
Yeah, great. Why did you do this? We had this discussion. I said, bring yourself on first before me, because I've got nothing. Got nothing.
But Roachy, what you don't understand is you have everything.
I have nothing.
You have everything.
Let's do an audible. Let's go off script. I've got to ask you this. What's your opinion on this? That women have ruined the Dabbleverse, actually.
Let's get into it. So where did that opinion come from?
I believe somebody that you keep pestering by messaging them on a weekly basis.
That you keep telling me to message the same thing on a weekly basis?
I didn't say shit. Yeah. Now, also, I got to say this.
I already told him that you told me, and he thought it was funny.
Also, I will say this. I'd noticed that JT the Watcher is trying to stick it to you by going live at the same time. So, yeah. Talking to women that ruined the Watcher.
Why are you saying you? It's our show. Who's JD the Watcher?
JT the Watcher.
I have no idea who that is. So how is he going to stick it to me?
Well, that's a very good point. Actually, you bring up a very good point. If you don't know who JT the Watcher is, then who?
I have no idea who the fuck. I've never heard that name in my whole life until right now.
I love that. You might sharpen his interest. Yeah.
Okay, guys, we have a great show for you today, per usual.
It's not a show; it's a live stream.
Well, actually, lovely Lady Doom said that's a very difficult thing to define. Stream is usually less structured than a show, and I feel like we're getting more structured every week.
And I'm telling you now, this isn't fucking structured whatsoever, because we didn't have any sort of production meeting beforehand. We were just chewing the shit, if you will, for lack of a better term.
What was the last 30 minutes? That was a production
You
meeting,
asking me
sir.
whether your
You're
filter
so
was working or not,
unprofessional
and I
sometimes.
said I couldn't tell whether you had a filter on or not.
Oh, to just for everyone to know, and y'all know that Roachy would not lie for me on this one. I was trying to make like I don't do like super filters, but like a little 22%. I don't mind it. But Roachy, could I figure it out?
I mean, it looks fine. I don't know why you started on
Yeah,
my
there's
end.
no
Then,
filter, and I look
yeah.
great. So all y'all that want to say I have a filter, I might look better without a filter. That's what I'm thinking.
Hey, look, this might come to a shock to
But
people, but
Roachy is my witness. I couldn't get the filter to work.
I've got an ugly filter on. I don't look this bad.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're going to talk about water. We're going to talk about some interesting food things that
Wow.
are happening around the world. Um, so Roachy and I are so happy that you guys are here.
I love how
Thank
you
you.
just you just
No,
went
I want
fuck
to get
your
to the
question.
Rocco thing. I was trying to do an
Yeah,
intro.
all right,
Sorry.
go ahead.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
go
Go ahead.
Go
You
on.
love
Yeah,
how I do what?
do an
What did
intro
I
to your
do? What
show.
did I do this time,
Do
Sniper?
an intro for this show. Come on, this show business. Yeah, let's go into show business. Woo, yeah.
Okay, you know what? When I sell this show to Netflix, I'm not going to be
Fuck off.
asking you to be my fucking co-host.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to Dario, see if he's
Would you,
available.
Ash? Honestly, what do you think Netflix would be interested? No disrespect, right? But say you met somebody that's like a fucking
What if I've
showmaker,
already spoken to
right?
someone at Netflix?
Right, yeah, but I can guarantee you this, Ashley. They would go, sorry, your last name is what? And you're the sister to whom? Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Yeah,
Yes,
they'll be more
that
interested
has
in that than
happened.
anything else. Yeah, exactly.
'Cause I
Yeah.
wanted to. I had a meeting with them about a documentary, and they're like, "Can you get your sister in it?" And I'm like,
There you go.
"No, that's not the point." Did you read my concept at all? Um. Anyway, that's not planned. So we're just gonna roll organically. This is a very structured show. In case
Talking
my
of
co-host
rolling,
Roachy doesn't know.
organically, I believe Big W is saying that Penny was yelling. Do you have any opinions on Penny? The Crypt Keeper.
Okay, so for context and for everyone, this is not a Dabbleverse show, but we do
Fucking is now.
obviously. Fuck you, Roachy. We obviously do love the dabblers that show up. Roachy was mentioning something to me about the Penny situation, but I thought it was about the guy's dick. What's going on?
I believe Penny was yelling at what's his name? The Big Dork.
Because he got too big of a piercing.
Apparently so. But no, I did see a clip. She somebody sent it to me before I joined Streamline, and I believe she said, "Hey, Tug Simp, why don't you go and suck on Haley's pussy?" It's like, whoa, okay. So yeah.
Wait, I'm not sure. Like, there's a Tug Simp, and then there's a Mint Diggity, and then there's another person. Like, I get them confused. I'm not like sometimes I'm just like I
Right,
don't
okay.
know
So
if you're cool
to
or not. But for
clarify,
all intents and purposes, I stand with Haley no matter what. I don't care if she was a heroin dealer, a addict. I do not care. Who she is today is the person that I'm honored to call my friend, and that's where I stand. Go ahead,
so
Rocky.
in that case, then, did you watch Haley's? In fact, I know you were watching because I saw you in the chat, right? Haley's explanation and things. Are you happy with her explanation?
So, yes, I don't think she had to explain it at all. I stand for Haley. So, she did not ask my advice, and I don't give advice. Do you like? I have a pencil, Roachy. It's just my thing today. You're gonna be in trouble. Roachy just got out of detention, but so I said if I were to give advice, which I do not give advice.
All right, give it an opinion.
No. I'm telling you what I told Haley. I don't think she'll mind. I said, bang it out. Like, just maybe 5 minutes tops. Like this, clarify this, clarify this, clarify this, and be done with it. But it was her choice how she wanted to do it. I'll never. She's my friend. Like I said, she's my mate. And I'm proud of what I'm proud of her for what she's been through. I can't imagine how terrifying a lot of that stuff must have been been to actually experience. I think I've been through some stuff. When I say stuff, guys, I'm saying like
Just one
everyone's.
or two bags. That was it. Yeah.
I mean, like everyone's got stuff. Can anyone raise their hand and say they have a perfect history? Roach, have you ever not made a bullshit? No, you just never got caught. You never made a mistake, and you never broke the law. You never had to face with the what do you call them? Officers of the law.
Bobbies. Yeah, no. So,
Oh my gosh! Can we tell the story about last night when I was worried about you?
what you mean? Yeah, when you were messaging me at what was it 6:30 in the morning my time?
I hadn't heard from Roachy. I was like, just write me back, like send me a sign of life. And I said,
You woke me up. You woke
I'm
me
so
up
sorry.
legitimately. No, it's funny because I literally had just dozed off. Right, I was.
Why were you just dozing off at 6 a.m.? That's a better question.
Because it was morning time, and I don't do mornings, so that's why I was going to sleep. So yeah, so I literally just dozed off, and then my phone is just going bing, bing, bing. Oh fuck's sake, what's this? And it turns out it was you going, "Are you alive? Are you okay?" I'm like, yeah, sure, I'm fine.
I said, but the part, in my opinion, I said, I'm going to send the bobbies. I don't even know where Roachy is. I was like, I'm going to send the bobbies over to check on you.
There you go. Ashley decided to turn into fucking quadfire. I'm going to call the police. Yeah. Right. So again, it was a joke. I understand your position. You're happy with Haley, what she said, and all this. I will
How
say
do you
this.
feel about it?
Well, I'm going to give you my opinion. I hated having to wait 3 hours for her to get to the point. Right now, her explanation the next day, which I watched via Melton's eyes, is like, look, I knew Brennan was watching and I wanted to annoy him. All right, fine. But tell the fucking people that were watching. Say, hey, look, guys, you're going to have to fucking wait. Right?
I don't disagree with that. I only watched the first 3 hours, to be fair.
So you didn't hear what her explanation then. So it's so
no,
her whole explanation.
I heard it from her on the phone the day before. I know
All right, okay.
a lot of the
Fair
stuff,
enough.
right?
Okay, then.
So
All right,
that's
so
private information. But
yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
but I don't disagree with you there. Like she could have been like, hey guys, I'm gonna get to this. And again, like there's some stuff my sister says that makes sense. Let haters wait. Kevin Brennan woke up at 10 in the morning to sniper. Fuck him.
Well, see, this is the other thing too, right? No disrespect to Haley, but she's telling her story, right?
Which
Who
is her
cares
story
who's
to
fucking
tell.
watching?
Her story to
Yeah,
tell.
but who cares? Who cares who's watching? The other thing that did kind of like made me go, "This is a mistake here," is she said, "I'd be willing to answer anybody's question as long as you pay for it," right? Which is a fine position to have, I suppose. However, that also means that you're opening yourself up for what's now happening now, which is maybe you may have said something that you shouldn't have said, and now you're like, oh, I'm going to have to edit this shit out. It now makes you look like you're trying to hide something, when maybe that's not necessarily the case. That all being said, listen, I know Haley was running a Mexican cartel. I don't want to piss her off. So, a bit like Ashley, Haley is fine in my book.
Fuck you, Roach. You're so funny. I was just like, where was Haley when I was a quote unquote drug addict? My sister called me a drug addict on Howard Stern. Where was Haley then? I could have used a solid every Wednesday dealer. Just kidding. Look, I think that she handled it the way she wanted to handle it. I think that Haley always handles things the way she wants to handle it. I love Haley. I'm honored again to call her my friend. And I don't care what she did. If somebody doesn't hurt kids, hurt animals, or do like really messed up stuff, and it was 16 freaking years ago, why would I care? I know the person that I know now.
Do you know what it is?
I don't disagree. Sorry, go ahead.
Do you know what it is?
What is it?
It's because we're in the court, right? We're in the Doubleverse, right? This is very tit for tat, yeah. And Haley goes
Petty ass shit, yeah.
quite heavy into it, as in like, look, I'm gonna fucking, like with Aaron, for example, I'm going to go through every fucking piece of information I can get from the courts, as Haley has explained with this, with the watermark thing, in regards to Aaron saying, oh, she puts her watermarks on like court documents. She's like, yeah, I've got somebody that goes into that court, requests that like court document, so of course I'm going to put my watermark on it, because therefore it's me that's getting the information, right? You go, all right, that sounds reasonable, I suppose, right?
Okay.
Because
And
she's doing stuff like that.
the watermark basically, just for people that are dumb like me, the watermark basically makes it like so people can't strike you or say it's
No. Basically, all it is like she's putting her YouTube logo, if you will, in the top corner, or a watermark over it to say that. Like, so if somebody else gets that information and only she has it, it's like almost like free promotion, or it gives the idea that
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Which is fine, you know. Whatever. I'm not one to fucking go, oh, that's out of order. You know, it's a divisive subject, that in itself.
I mean, I've been telling you to put your watermark on things. You just don't listen to me ever.
Right. Anything I do is not worthy of a fucking watermark. Right. It's not even worthy of a fucking pencil. And yes, that's a reference, because pencils have erasers. Right. But I will say this.
Erasers.
I will say this: the reason why this is such an interesting topic for the Dabbleverse is that she is very, for a lack of a better term, anal in her analysis of other people.
I've heard this. I don't know much about this, but I've heard this.
Now that's happening to her. Her reaction is almost the same as the other people she's doing it to, and it's like, wait a minute, I thought you knew what this was about. In which case, you can't act like, for a lack of a better term, the cows that you're covering, because therefore it makes you the cow too, right?
I mean, so I mean, there are levels to this, though. Like, the stuff she covers is happening in the last 2, 3, 4 years, right? Somebody digging up her personal stuff, which she knew existed. 16 years later is kind of lame. And so, like, just knowing her style, I was like, I'm sure she's going to go through it the way that she does, right? And I think that's kind of what she did. I did not see the whole 7.5 hours or whatever it was.
So
I was just there to support her, and I'm always going to be there to support her.
To your point, then, Ashley, so how long has it been since you've eaten meat, for example?
So weird you asked me that. The guy at the grocery store asked me that today because I got Hondo beef. And he's like, you're a vegetarian, aren't you? And I was like, yeah, whenever I buy beef or hot dogs, it's for my dog.
Airplane mode works wonderful.
Oh, my love. It's like ding.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's always for my dog that I buy meat. And he's like, you cook meat for your dog too? And I was like, yes. And I have friends that do it too, that get meat for their dogs, but they don't like to cook it. And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, like, my friend gets hamburgers for her dog, and I'm like, I don't know. I can just like cook meat, and I can have meat for him today and then to mix for tomorrow, you know? So it makes more sense.
Yeah. Okay. So when was the last time you ate meat?
The last time I ate meat on purpose or by accident, because those are two different.
On purpose.
On purpose. I was like 13 or 12.
13. Okay, then. Right. What's happening now?
45. So
imagine we're in a area that's just called the vegan verse, and that news comes out. Everybody would be saying, "But you, as a 13-year-old, was eating meat." That's what the Dabbleverse is. So it doesn't matter the time period. Yeah, that's gone. It doesn't matter whether Haley's a nice person now or not. She has a criminal record. She's going after people for having criminal records. Therefore, she's the same as them. Yeah?
I see what you're saying, because, well, it's a great analogy, but I'm not the kind of bitch, like I just explained. Like, I literally buy meat for my dog. I'm not the kind of bitch that's like, shame on you for eating meat. I don't, like, you know, I don't try to, when I'm dating a dude, I'll cook meat for him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care what other people eat. I'm not like this.
But what I'm saying is, in this hypothetical, yeah.
Right. No. It was a great hypothetical. I'm just saying that I totally understand.
So therefore, bringing it back to the first question, does Rocco really have a point that women are ruining the Dabbleverse?
Well, let's
'Cause you
circle
think about it,
back
right?
because we literally had 3 people here. We have the worst numbers ever this week. Great. Thanks, guys.
Fuck it. Let's end it now. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them.
No.
We'll come back next week.
There's too
Yeah,
much
fuck it.
structure in this show. No, let's just circle around.
Ash, at some point, if one of these people turn it off, there'll be more people on screen than there is viewers. And that's a good sign. That's a sign that nobody wants to watch it. And in which case, let's save the energy. Fuck them.
Okay, well, I would like to get to this topic of conversation, if you don't mind, that women are bad for the Dabbleverse.
Yeah, go on.
It's your topic.
Yeah, they are.
Okay,
you don't even bring the numbers. What Brennan says is true, right? Ashley doesn't bring the numbers. Clearly, that is the case.
I don't care about Kevin Brennan. Talk about your theory about what the fuck are you talking about?
Right, okay.
Talk about your theory about women in the Dabbleverse.
Right. So Haley was a thing for what, 2.5 years now, right? Pretty antisocial, yeah. Right.
She was here before me.
Yeah, exactly, right. For 2.5 years, yeah. She's slowly been in that corner. She's got the Melton rub, for lack of a better term, because she's a Melton fan and Melton's made reference to her. She started covering Steel Toe. She did the same thing that every other fucking dabbler does, by the way. Yeah. Once Karmic X showed up, she started covering Karmic X like every other motherfucker in the Dabbleverse, right? She's kind of like, okay. She's following suit like most dabblers would do. And as Doom has just said, Keanu or Peonu, Ron Fuddle, the Crypt Keeper, the AI Avatar, the Burn Victim, the Horse Haver. There you go. What can we nickname you?
Roachy, see? No.
I knew I'd get you eventually. It only took me 20 minutes.
No, yeah, but you fuck off. I slept a full night last night. Roachy, that was rude. My response is, what do you guys like? Okay, so here's one way I can see it. Like, a lot of you guys are married and you don't want women in the Dabbleverse because it fucks the Dabbleverse up. So that's like one theory that we can work with, right? But it's also, or are all y'all gay? Why do you not want women in the Dabbleverse? None of us are perfect. I'll speak for myself. I'm not perfect.
Have a look at this piece of merchandise. Are you familiar with what this says or what this looks like?
Can you stand up and show me?
I can't stand up. No.
Yes, you can.
I lost the use of my legs. This says Hackamania free, right? And this is a
Wait, is the Hackamania 3 or free? So Hackamania is free now?
I mean, it was free for me. So yeah, it says Hackamania 3, which is a rip-off of WrestleMania 3. This is Melton as Andre the Giant. This is Rocco as Hulk Hogan, right? And obviously Tukey there, but that doesn't matter, right? What I'm trying to say is we're all wrestling fans, and you ask whether most dabblers are gay. Of course they're gay. They love watching men in fucking spandex.
And there's nothing, we do not kink shame here. There's nothing wrong with being gay, but like, if you guys want to just create like a gay verse, maybe like merge with the transverse network.
This is the issue. Some people have tried to make it, like you just said, the transverse network, wherever the fuck those two do.
Yeah, you guys could have like a meeting of the minds.
We cannot allow David Chandler to dictate because he gives people money.
Who the fuck is David Chandler?
He was the guy that helped fund, and also this fella here, I believe, Red Fug Lee, was involved too.
Let me read his chat, by the way. Thank you, Red Fug Lee, and I'm almost done with my payments. At home money for feet pics. His feet are gorgeous, by the way. Roachy, you have covered Joey nonstop and terrorized him for years. Stop the shit.
Stop it. Same shit. Yeah. All right, Red Fug Lee, why didn't you reference feet to Ashley? Yeah. Been doing that for years.
Because I sell feet pic. It's an inside joke nobody's understanding. I sell feet pictures.
No, I fully understand it. Red Fug Lee is a fucking goon.
Making a joke that I owe him money. Stop being mean to Red Fug Lee, please. I like him. I think you guys would actually like each other.
Fuck him.
All right, let's get back to male and females in the Dabbleverse.
Yeah, women, who needs them? The Dabbleverse doesn't.
Am I right?
The
Wait, is
Dabbleverse
that
certainly
Kiwi
doesn't.
Farms, like the Kiwi Farms that busted or hurt what's her face? No, Kiwi
No,
farming is
no.
different.
This is this is kept farming. Yeah, yeah. So what's
Okay,
funny?
so you guys just all want this is what I when I stumbled in sorry, just gonna have
Mhm.
to talk over you
Go
sometimes.
on.
When I stumbled into the Dabbleverse like a deaf, dumb, blind person, which I probably still am in a lot of ways,
What
I
was
was
that?
just like, shut up, a year and a half ago or something, a year ago.
Mhm.
I was just like, what? Okay, so it's just watching men, watching men. I mean, this cannot be gayer, and no shade to my gates, but just like, what is this? Just men watching men, watching men, watching men. Like sometimes you don't even know who the fuck is talking because it's like, this is this. It's like it wasn't
Do-
appeasing. But are
do-
you saying that you agree with Rocco that, and you don't have to like fake simp or anything? That you agree with Rocco
I'm,
that the Dalvers would be
I'm
better without women.
right. I'm not faking this, by the way, Ash. Right. I know I said
Faking
to
the
you
simping for
privately.
Rocco. Oh, I know.
I'm not faking this. This is real. This is legitimate. Right. Now I know you can accuse me of simping for him and shit, but I generally hold this opinion. Unless you're a name, right? Now credit to you, you do have a famous last name, right?
That's
But
my
apart
only
from that,
credit.
yeah, that's it, right? Yeah, that's it, right? Apart from that,
Okay,
yeah, like,
second attempt to
well,
snipe me, no, as in being a sniper. Um, I think I have a lot of things that are cool about me, and one of the least coolest things about me is the fact that my sister is my sister.
right. So
But
unless you're
somebody's a star fucker adjacent wannabe person, that might be my co-host.
unless you have a name, what's the point? And that goes across the board. This isn't a sexist thing. That goes across the board, right? However, let's just go through some of the names. Keanu Thompson. What was she known for when she comes into the Dabbleverse? Oh, that's right. She's the one who is with Gino Pasconte. They ain't married as of yet at this point, and they're bitching and moaning that the anal queen, Kate Meany, yeah. Why is she the anal queen? Well, because she said on a podcast that was behind the paywall that she liked it when what's his name? Fuck, I'm blanking on his name now. Oh, that's terrible. I should fucking remember his name. The guy that was accused of beating Scarlett Johansson. Do you know his name?
Oh, Mike Mead.
Yeah,
Matt
yeah,
Mead.
Matt
Been
Mead.
around?
Yeah, Matt Mead. Yeah, she enjoyed having anal with Matt Mead because he had a small penis. Keanu and Gino show up in the Dabbleverse going, hey, this bitch wants us to remove that episode. What a cheeky asshole. There's me on BYB saying, hey, these fuckers are coming in trying to make money, right? That's what Keanu Thompson's known for. What else is she known from outside of the Dabbleverse? Well, apart from going
Her
around,
asshole. Her
yeah,
mom's
yeah, yeah,
Facebook pictures of her pooping in parking lot. I mean, what are
yeah,
we talking
that,
about?
right, that, or she's an alleged stand-up comedian. You go, okay, fine, right.
No, she's
That's
not.
That's P on you, right? Let's talk about Ron Fuddle.
Oh, getting peed on and paid for it? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about Ron Fuddle.
Okay.
Who's Ron Fuddle? Felicia Gillespie. Why do we know Felicia Gillespie? Oh, she comes around because she used to sleep with Pat Dixon. And now she claims that Pat Dixon used to beat her and shit. Well, she's claimed that for like how many fucking years at this point? Yeah. To Red Fugly's point. Oh, I'm repeating myself over and over again, doing the same
Oh,
old
hold on.
shit.
Let's just
What
read this
about
really
fucking
quickly. Never give Granny a penny. Never give Granny a penny for trans bum tunnel play. Roachy is clearly an authority on women. He has thrown Minge.
yeah, throw minge at him daily, or he's had
Minge.
minge thrown at him daily. Yeah, he's right. The word minge is a British phrase for pussy, right? And Red Fug Lee, funny enough that you say that. Ashley can be a witness to this. Ash, when I was speaking to you earlier, what happened while I was on the phone to you?
I don't like to talk about offline stuff online, but what is
But
specifically?
did I have to tell you I had to go because a female was calling me?
Yes. You
Thank you. There you go. So my point stands, right? So Felicia Gillespie, right? Finish with that. Okay. Who else did we name? The AI
Well, hold
avatar.
on. I want to get into the whole
Oh no,
funnel.
you want me to go through?
I'm just
Allow
in
me
the
to go through
mood.
my
But
story.
yeah, okay. So you said pee on you, fuddle,
Yeah. And now,
AI avatar, burn victim.
right. So the AI avatar. What's she known for? Oh, Blind Mike. Okay. Who the fuck is Blind Mike? Oh, he's just a guy that happened to do a show with Cole called Who Are These Socials? Who's Cole? Oh, the guy at WATP. Why do we know Cole from WATP? It's not because of the isotopes. Oh, it's because he was covering Stuttering John. That's what the Dabbleverse is, right? Yeah, so he was a fan show and everybody enjoyed his coverage of that. That's what it is. So you kind of go, okay, so the AI avatar is not fucking relevant, right? The burn victim, Kim
Who's the
Nicholson.
burn victim? Oh,
Kim Nicholson. Why is Kim Nicholson known? Well, it ain't because she keeps getting caught for trying to sell her fucking body, because that was only in a certain state in America, right? The reason why she's known is because an idiot like the Aussie guy gave her a fucking platform where she claimed that Keanu Thompson, pee on you, wasn't doing enough for domestic abuse victims, which is fucking bizarre, right? That's where she come from, right? Yeah.
well, I have a disagreement there, but go ahead. You're on a roll. Go ahead.
Right. Okay. Who else am I thinking of as female in the double versus not needed?
There's
The Crypt
not
Keeper.
needed. Okay. What? I feel like I'm coming next. Go ahead.
The Crypt Keeper. No, I've already done you. I said you're a horse owner. I said, yeah.
Somebody said Roachy the other day. I was like, I said like something. You know how I can be in chats. I said like, I want to find this person. They're like, Ashley, you can't even find your horse. And it cracked me up.
So the Crypt Keeper.
The
Why
Dallas would be funny. Who's the Crypt Keeper?
that's Penny. Yeah. Known Penny in the
I'm
Big
not going to
Book.
co-sign on it. That's very mean. I've
Okay.
never met her. I don't know, but
So why are they a thing? Well, because the Dabbleverse was starving for content, the Dabbleverse had their little phase, where everyone went, "Oh, isn't AI great?" Right? Now there's some people that are still stuck in, "Oh, AI is really good," yeah, which it fucking isn't, by the way, yeah. However, they started doing little fucking AI Muppets of people, and people thought it was good. And it got featured on other channels. That's why they're known. What else is Penny known for? Oh, that's right. When Tommy Jordan was trying to do something with Ethan Ralph, she poked her fucking old ass fucking face in it. That's all she's known for. Right? So
well,
there's no
she
need
also
for
has
the
a husband with a double cock ring. I'm just saying. I know that.
Well, I
I
mean,
should know that.
yeah. Anyway, it's nice for her to be his seventh wife, right? Anyway,
That's
who else
wild.
is?
I mean,
Who else is in a female in the Dabbleverse that we don't need?
me.
Oh, sorry, no, I forgot. Tommy Jordan, another famous female in the Dabbleverse that's not needed, right? So,
I love you, Tommy Jordan. I do not support this message.
so Tommy Jordan, for example, what's he famous for, or she? Sorry, which one is it? I don't know. Whatever their pronouns they prefer. Oh, that's right. They're famous for ruining Stuttering John's stand-up set at a comedy fucking gig. Congratulations. The bitch is not needed. What are they known for right now? Oh, somebody took my YouTube channel down. No, the fuck they didn't. You changed your name. People are running with it. Sorry, did I ruin the bit, Tommy?
I'm just dying because do you know what Jordache jeans are?
DoorDash jeans.
No, I know it sounds like DoorDash. Jordache, sorry, JORDACHE. Yeah, sorry, Jordache.
I only know Levi's, right?
So they were in competition with Levi's. I don't even think they exist anymore. But there's a alt called the real. Whatever his thing is, the real Tommy Jordan. It's or the Tommy Jordan. It's called the Tommy Jordan.
Oh, right, yeah, like,
And it's fucking funny to me because those are like
the
jeans you would
original,
get
right,
at Kmart
yeah.
for like
Mhm.
$7.99.
So what you're saying is Tommy Jordan is a cheap impersonation of somebody that can do a good podcast.
It's an alt. It's just funny to me. I don't know what his bit is that you're mentioning.
Pretending to be a fake wigger. That's his bit. Anyway, who else? Like I said, who else do you know that's in the Dabbleverse that's female?
That's a female? Okay, so there's Lemmy, right?
See, that's where I'm going to be hypocritical here. I actually enjoy Lemmy,
I love
but
Lemmy.
I also don't see Lemmy as a female. Tell you for why. Because I wouldn't want to sleep with fucking Lemmy. Not to say that the other women that I've mentioned previously I would want to sleep with, by the way. But
I'm not laughing because I think that's funny. I'm laughing because it's rude. But I also
no,
see
it's
where
not rude at all. Lemmy's
Lemmy's
a
like
good.
she's very like, like she cooks and she sews, but she also comes like I'm sure I do as well. I don't sew, I do cook. But she comes off as pretty tough sometimes. So I can see what you're saying. Thank you, Brent House, for the $5. Is it too many shows that cover the same stuff in the Dabbleverse? Wait, is it? It's too
Yeah.
many shows that cover the same stuff in the Dabbleverse that is running it.
Where you look
How
up?
many different takes do we need? Yeah, totally. We're talking about something quite banal. You're not wrong there, sir.
But no,
Um,
and also he's bringing up a good point, right? Do we really need Penny and the Big Dog to give their opinion about the Haley situation, or me and you for that matter? No,
right.
fuck, we
I
don't,
mean,
right?
it's
We
been
really don't.
over
Yeah.
covered. Oh, I don't know
Mhm.
about the Penny and the Big Dork thing. I thought you were talking about the women stuff.
No, well, even with the women stuff, right? Our opinion, let's be honest, in regards to the Dabbleverse and the alleged hierarchy, our opinion doesn't mean shit, right? Yeah.
I mean, who
And
gives a
what's
shit?
and what's great though, I will say this is it's interesting if people watch like the smaller shows, right? Or sorry, streams, yeah, like myself or people that don't have that much of a following, yeah. If you go back before the wonderful Lady Doom started producing for Dabbleverse Live, yeah, and then watch those shows after the fact, you'll notice that a lot of these shows try to yam it up for a little bit. You know, will I get clipped? And who I'm talking about here is somebody that supports this very channel, Red Fugly and the gay Canadian puppet and the faggot guy, Granny. You know, yeah. I've
Be
noticed that
easy,
they're doing things like
Roachy.
that.
Be easy.
I am easy. That's the issue, right?
I wish you were. Sorry, what?
No, I said I am easy. That's the issue. Yeah. The problem is you're talking to somebody that is, for some strange reason, a little bit passionate about this stuff. Especially when I say this, I think a lot of people get it mistaken again to make it about me, right? When I'm like, hey, look, I wouldn't watch myself, right? When I was on Husey last year, Pat Dixon right at the end went, hey, Roachy, I really enjoyed your shit when you're like, oh, everybody shouldn't watch this, piss off. And he laughed, and I went, wait, does Pat not understand? Like, I'm being serious. I wouldn't watch me. I wouldn't watch this. Right? So why would I expect anybody else to? You know? Like, I mean, am I wrong in saying that? Yeah? Sorry, let me do it with a droopy two-face so I look like Panhandler. Fuck.
Oh boy, I don't even know where to go from that.
Stop stroking it to pictures of Arby's sandwiches, Panhandler. There you go. That's a segue. Arby's. Meats. Is it real or not?
So here's what I'm thinking, Roach. You're more excited and passionate than probably any show we've ever done together. So I'm trying to kind of harness the energy and sort of enable the
Yeah, don't play any clips. It's not worth it, honestly.
why you fucked up we have
Because
to
it
at
will
least
throw
see
me
the
off my
guy
game.
serving
If you're
soup
happy,
out of a bowl of soup.
if you're happy with the way I'm like acting and shit, let's not play anything because it would ruin the mood, right?
I mean,
I
let's
think
be real. I'm never really super pleased with you, but I do enjoy you.
welcome to my fucking world, right? That's almost
Okay,
everybody
so
that's
let's
ever
get
interacted
started.
with. Let's not play a clip. This is more. I think a discussion.
Okay, then go on, but
It's more.
make some valid points. And
Okay,
don't
then I
mind that
will.
I push back a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, then there
We're
are
allowed to have
only.
different opinions. I
Okay,
do not agree with
okay,
you on
fine.
everything.
Okay, there's only 3 shows worth watching in the Dabbleverse.
3
Can
or
you guess?
free?
3. That's why I'm holding up 2 fingers and a thumb. Can you
Wait,
name
can you
those
see
3
your
shows?
thumbs like this for me?
No. Can you name 3 streams that I think's worth watching?
Yes, I can. I think that you like watching Rocco, and we should get back to that because I have a public statement for him.
It's a Tukey
Rocco,
suit. Yeah, Tukey suit.
Melton, or what's it
Yeah,
called on
Tukey Soup.
Saturdays? What's it called on
Uh,
Saturdays?
Be Dabbling Live, but the Saturday
Be
show's got
dabbling
people
live.
calling in. It's
Oh,
fucking
sorry.
brilliant.
Go ahead, sir.
Tukey Soup's the lead ship show, right?
Okay.
Everybody agrees with that, yeah? So it's Tukey Soup. You mentioned Melton. When Melton's on his game, it's Melton. And the third one, and not everybody's cup of tea, is Cardiff Electric. And before Dooms types it in the chat, yes, shock horror, Chad lied. Would you believe it, guys? Yeah, I know, it's tedious, whatever. I know Lady Doom's having a war with Cardiff, whatever. But those are the free shows. Anything else cannot live up to the hype. We are fan shows, and if we're not fan shows, we're pay pigs. I don't even have to mention the fucking names, but I will list them off if you want me to. Yeah? Right? 2K Puppet, aka David Chandler. He's a pay pig, now he's a streamer. Tommy Jordan, pay pig, now a streamer / cross-dresser, as I alleged earlier. Yeah? What's his name? NJ Ranger, pay pig. Hey, fuck it. Watch him on a Wednesday night where he does 4 hours where he says, hey guys, do you remember MLC? Here's a clip when I super chatted MLC. Hey, do you remember Ray DeVito? Here's a clip where I super chatted Ray DeVito. Yeah? Those are what we're dealing with. They are either pay pigs or fan shows. That's it. There's only 3 real shows in the Dabbleverse. Please continue.
Well, I was going to say this brings me back to something you said last week. I forget who it was about, but you said that person needs to decide whether they're a guy or a chatter or it was Haas.
Yeah.
He needs to decide whether he's a guy, a chatter. What was the other option?
Or a clipper.
Or a clipper, right.
Mm-hmm. Pick a lane. For real. You can't be a guy because you suck at it. You're a good clipper and you arguably a better fucking chatter. So it's out of being a clipper or a chatter, Hoss.
How much time does he have to make this decision?
I don't know, it's up to him. I'm not fucking king of him, am I? Or her,
Big ups
whatever
Rudy Baga, by the way. Did you see he started going on shows?
Yeah, that's another thing too. Do we need another fucking... Bear in mind, I love a gimmick, clearly, obviously, right? But do we need another fucking AI character? No.
I seriously, like someone who... I don't know if he has an AI character, but he doesn't cam up, is what you're saying?
Yeah, he's got like whatever the fuck it is, like a
cartoon.
Yeah, like a cartoon thing. Yeah, it's like, what's the fucking point?
So, what's got you really all riled up today? Really, Roachy? Like, what's really upsetting you?
Lack of sleep.
Okay,
Sorry,
it's understandable. No. Okay, you guys, we're gonna probably end up
fighting,
going back and forth from clips in this. Wait, what, love?
No. Yeah.
Oh, look, there's your buddy. I have a feeling that you're cooking. But I do want to talk about some things that Roachy and I put together for you guys for this week. And depending on, how the chat is, you can see the chat, right, Roach?
No, I'm blind.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, no, I mean, I'm blind, I guess. I can't see it. I can see it there. So, Roachy, thank you again for putting the clips together. The first one's really dark, guys. I just want to tell you. And also, did you want to preamble it with the propaganda bit that you wanted to say or no?
The water part? Right. Yeah, okay. So this first clip, one is interesting because I picked up on... there's another thing that's happening in YouTube in general. There's no narrators anymore. Everyone's gone, fuck it, I can just use AI. But you can spot, because AI uses similar speech patterns and similar words. And I noticed that in this clip. Now, trust me, if I could change my voice, I fucking would, obviously. However, I think AI is still stuck in its little, like, for lack of a better term, algorithms. Yeah, and you'll get it. You'll pick up on this if you play this whole fucking video all the way through, including the last segment that we've got of video clips. It is so fucking bad.
You're talking about those voices that like they sound human and then they realize it's AI.
No, I'm talking about the thing that the AI voiceover will say. Hey, look, right? It's not the fact that they're putting humans in a fucking box and burning them or melting them down. It's the fact that this news story hasn't hit you yet. It's like, what? What's that got to do with it? And it's like, that's little taglines, yeah? Little things like that, yeah? And I know when I first spotted it, it's when Joey C started using AI. And it shows up on his thing all the time. And now, if I watch AI clips on YouTube, I notice them all the fucking time. Almost like immediately. It's like, okay, this voice, and it's not just, oh, it's Morgan Freeman talking about it, right? Yeah, that sort of thing, because you hear that a lot. It's the way it's being said, yeah? And what I love about this, actually, which gives me fucking enjoyment in my heart, that the bell end that is Charlie, it's like, oh, this is so bad, bye. Good. Run off to fucking Clown Town or wherever the fuck it is you do. Anyway, go on.
Don't forget he lives in a fucking garage.
Feeding the dead to the living. You know the end is near.
Pause, Ash.
Check out this death chamber, this washing
You can
machine.
pause too, right?
Yes, I can. Right. So there you go. Right. Check out this. Again, like somebody just said, it's AI slow. It's really bad. So again, to give you context, what I was trying to say to you, and I won't be able to convey this, right?
You're good.
We're regulated over here, as in what we get to see on TV and the propaganda that's pushed to us. I don't think you guys are regulated enough to the point that anybody could spread their own propaganda, which is not necessarily a good thing. And the reason why is because of this.
The movie called Minority Report.
Nope, because of this AI slop that we're about to watch.
So this is AI. So now this is going to be a new fun segment. Like, Roachy's always like, I always feel like Roachy has a gun to my head anyway throughout the stream. But he'll be like, I didn't think this was real. But sometimes you have thought things were not real and they were real. I never said Roachy anything on purpose that I think is AI. Just FYI.
Right. Sorry, I should cut you off real quick.
Yeah.
The footage isn't AI. This is like stock footage. Right? The voiceover is definitely AI. What they're trying to push is their own message. Is it real? I doubt it. Is that chamber built to put a human body in it? Possibly. What does it look like to me? It looks like a pressurized chamber. That's what it looks like.
Okay, so let's hear what they have to say. Basically, the concept is, to give you guys some context, is that I think it's predicated. Sometimes I send Roachy stuff on Monday, and and Roachy has full reign on how he does the clips, and I love that, and I appreciate Roachy. But I'm pretty sure this is the one where basically it's not necessarily connected. Because I go into rabbit holes, if you guys don't know this. So I thought it was connected to the running out of space for cremation and for, what do you call it? Like not funeral homes, cemeteries. So they're putting it in the water. But all you're saying is that as far as you know, the voice is AI, correct?
They call it aquamation, where they liquefy the dead and then dump the remains down the drain to be recycled into the municipal water supply. And so people are drinking it, they're showering in it, they're doing their laundry in it, and this is happening in most states across the country. In most major cities, they're recycling dead people and feeding it to the living.
I love that. They're recycling dead people and feeding them to the living, right? When you're buried,
we're bathing in it as well. Sorry, what?
When you're buried in a coffin, right? It's fully well known that insects penetrate said coffin, right, and eat away your skin, and your decay, And this goes back to the like lockdown shit, when everybody's like, oh, they're gonna try and fucking make us eat the bugs, Inadvertently, we are technically fucking eating shit from fucking centuries ago of fucking people that died, Yeah, like Vampire Ant said, it's fake news. But again, it is interesting to me that Ashley sees this on her
Like, are you
social
saying that
media.
you wouldn't see it because your country wouldn't let you see it, or because I look
I
at
believe
strange
so. No, no,
things and my
no, I believe.
algorithm is probably different than yours?
Yeah, I believe so for two reasons. One, my social media is regulated, and two, this goes against what they want me to believe, which is funny because I already see kelp farming going, hey, look, England and Europe with their regulations are destroying their nations. No, that's the problem. That's what they want you to believe. That's the
I mean,
message
it's
that they're
fucking
allowing to get out.
terrifying. I mean, like, are
Right?
you saying it like as an experiment? Because it's terrifying to think of as a
Right.
person living here. Like, and also, I don't think that they. Thank you, Roachy. I don't think that they're doing it as like, you know what I mean. Like, I don't think they're doing it as a like. I get the AI voice thing, which I would not have caught because I usually can hear those AI voices, and I feel like they just sound like AI voices, right? That sounded like a
Mm-hmm.
real dude. What I'm saying is that I don't think he was talking about digging up bodies and stuff like this. I think he was saying cremation, the process of cremation. That's where the waste goes. And it didn't surprise me that that would be plausible because all kinds of things go into the water system. Like when I used to live in Santa Monica, we used to get this yearly water report
Mm-hmm.
and like just the amounts of fecal matter. I was like, literally fecal matter? I had to get a vaccine to go to India because of fecal matter in their water. Like, how are we not sorting that out here in Santa Monica, California?
Yeah, that's strange. But in regards to like propaganda and stuff like that, prime example that I've noticed at least this week in the UK, right? Yesterday, you know, I forget what it's called, right? But you guys get alerts, and I assume it's in LA too, where like if
Amber
there's a
alerts.
yeah, like Amber alerts, like for missing children and shit, right? And you can't turn those off, right?
Um, Interesting you ask. Actually, I have two phones, as you know. And on my bat phone, I haven't been able to figure out how to turn it off. On my other phone, it doesn't happen.
Right. Okay. So
Quick question: do you guys
well,
know anyone know how many kids were saved from having their pictures on milk cartons? Sorry, go
well,
ahead.
I don't
No,
know.
I
What's
want to
your...
wait for someone to answer.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. I'll do a little spiel. So the UK government launched this, right? And I believe it was the Conservatives. Right now we've got Labour in power, yeah. And they clearly made a campaign where they said, "Listen, guys, you can turn this shit off, right? You don't have to have it on."
I
And
mean, it's
believe me,
freaking. I don't know what it sounds like for you guys. It's so loud.
yeah. So Ash, believe me, I turned that shit off immediately. Well,
How do you
yesterday I
do it?
got. You have to go through settings and go government alerts turn off, right? It's weird. It was weird. They kind of made Apple and Google do this for England and and the EU, which is weird, right? Because England's not part of the EU anymore. But it turns out that we pick and choose. It's weird. So
I mean, but
yesterday,
are you?
yesterday at 7 p.m., my phone goes off, right? And people that had their phone on silent, for example, their phones went off. I've had this alert turned off to give me a warning because it's been so dry that there might be forest fires occurring. So just beware, there could be a forest fire. And it's like, okay, first off, how the fuck did this setting get fucking turned back on?
Was
Without
there
my
like an
knowledge?
update on your
Right?
phone since you turned it off or anything like that? I mean, since you.
Fuck knows. I have to go through the settings and like turn it back off. Why am I bringing this up? I'll tell you for why. Because the current news story at this very moment, as we speak, is a former Cambridge professor who turned out was full of shit, but the first youngest black professor, unfortunately, decided to end it in a Minecraft server of his own accord. That news story is being pushed forward because our government wants us to argue in amongst the population whether we're racist or not, to say that this black guy lied or not, yeah, whether you believe his story or not, or whether his unfortunate and untimely death was somebody's fault or not, rather than, wait a minute, isn't this government being very fucking impeding on your rights, and it's basically saying fuck your privacy, right? Because that's what's happened, yeah. Because guess what? Even though, let's say I live in the fucking sticks, right? Why do I need to be told that to be careful of forest fires when I'm pretty aware that it hasn't rained for 3 fucking weeks? I know what happens. It's called the fucking summertime. I'm a grown adult. I don't need fucking parenting, government. And that's what my point of view is in regards to propaganda. They like to spread their own rather than you have no regulation, blah, blah, blah. How many people were saved for having pictures of milk cartons, Ashley?
0. Not one child. They put pictures of kids on milk cartons for, I think, a decade. Not one of those children were ever found and returned to their parents.
I bet.
Amber Alert, by the way, was started by Hillary Clinton's friend who was caught stealing 36 Jamaican children out of Jamaica. And her name is Lauren something.
Sorry, what was she making?
She was stealing children.
You said
Out
she
of
was
Jamaica.
making.
Oh, I see her trying to make a joke. Out of Jamaica. Oh, sorry, no,
Anyway,
not Jamaica.
I'll
Haiti,
speak to
Haiti,
you,
Haiti, Haiti, Haiti. I'm sorry, Haiti.
Who's Haiti?
Haiti, the country, Haiti.
Oh.
There was a big earthquake there, and she was caught bringing illegally 36 children.
Yeah.
Wasn't you guys last name starts with a B.
Wasn't you guys like supposed to take that over when Obama was in office? I remember seeing a headline saying that US considers taking Haiti as another state or something. It's like, what the fuck? Like,
I don't remember
again,
that part,
legal
but
freedom.
I taught yoga to 500 people at the Miami.
Humble brag.
What's the it was who was playing at the time? There was Chris Jones, the Heat, Miami Heat. That stadium, there was something started Dwayne Wade, Chris Thompson, whatever. My landlord owned the Miami Heat at that time, my studio landlord, which was a different thing. But I did an event, like a charity event, like teaching yoga to people to raise money for Haiti. When that shit happened, I want to say it was like circa 2006 or 2007, latest maybe 2008, could be 2009. Someone can fact check me on that. But so I taught yoga to the Miami Heat and to a bunch of the Miami Heat fans, and somehow got a nosebleed section. I mean, they're like, "And you get free tickets to the game," and I was like, "Cool." Like, but it was like the scariest seat I've ever sat in. It was so high. I don't know if we get to the roller coasters this week, but it was such a high seat in the stadium. I was like, I see why they call it the nosebleed section. Like, I feel like I'm gonna fall if I go to the bathroom. I'm going to break my nose on the way down. Like, no, Ashley, it's about the pressure.
Sorry, you're talking about basketball, right?
Well, I was talking about Haiti. I was talking about Amber Alerts, which is what you.
Yeah, I know, but you mentioned basketball, right? In my head, it's like, how many rows up were you? Because in my head, it's always indoor arenas, and there's not many.
So it's a huge stadium. I'm trying to remember what I think it was called the Staples Centers back then, where the Miami Heat played. So I moved from Miami in 2011, so it's right before there. But I've never sat higher I felt like I was on the top of a weird roller coaster. It was like, I don't know, seat 155 or something, and each step is like another seat level. It was so scary. I remember I walked down one time and I went back up and I was like, fuck, I'm only walking down one more time because this is terrifying.
Do you know what's funny, Ash?
What's that?
It's in my head. I'm thinking of other examples that I can like try and prove my point of view of like propaganda and like people finding out it's propaganda. Global warming, for example. Do you remember
what happened to that?
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's almost
the data centers came, and then all of a sudden there's no global warming situation.
Yeah. Do you know what's funny?
Where's Greta Thunberg?
Oh, she's too busy, taking a private jet somewhere, and then she's going to claim that she took a yacht, and the Israeli
probably
shot
building
her.
a data center.
Yeah, she's full of shit. Also, talk about picking false idols, right? Oh, everybody would love her. She's got a bit of the, Asperger's about her, right? Well, if you actually look up her family and shit, She's pretty fucking well off, right?
She comes from extremely wealthy and well-positioned family.
So then when everybody like retards like myself would say, oh, how come she ain't in school? Well, because there's rules for, different rules for different people, for example. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I'm piss poor working class. If I did that to a child I'd have in this country, I'd be in fucking jail because I didn't take them to school. But because they've got money and they can pay the taxes in. Is she from Switzerland or Sweden?
Geneva, I believe, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because they can pay the taxes.
Which is not suspect at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they didn't help fund the Nazis' escape out of Germany in the Second World War. Yeah.
I mean, the one thing that I can say about Greta Thunberg is like, they
Right,
she might have
miserable
been they breed people for this kind of stuff. What did you say?
I said she's a right miserable cunt. Yeah.
I mean, all I have to say is Greta.
What
Do you
does
remember
that
that?
mean
Greta?
exactly? And they're grinding up the bones into powder. They call this calcium phosphate, which is going to be used for food processing.
No, they do not.
Undoubtedly. Maybe in your vitamins.
Again, show the same footage you showed at the start.
And so what are the implications when...
What, my love?
I'm talking about the video here, right? This clip that was from Twitter, right? As you noticed there, it's the same clip they showed at the start. It's like stock footage, right? That they've got. This
Oh, so that
yeah,
could be
that's what I'm
fucking
saying.
anything. Let's
Yeah,
just
exactly.
skip past this then.
All right, 2
Right?
seconds. Let me have a look. Is it? How long did I put into it? Oh, let's have a look under.
So that's just
Let's
some
go from
guy in a machine. I mean, in a
Mhm.
place that has a machine and the
Yeah.
AI voice over it. So that's fucked
Yeah.
up. That's a different AI level of fucked upness, actually.
Yeah. But again, it's interesting to see what's in your algorithm. Here we go.
They're using dead people as compost. And
Yeah, we have for thousands of fucking years. Here.
people are drinking it. So what does that mean? What does that feel like?
Okay.
I'll tell you what that feels like. Yeah, this is what you want.
that's oh my god, you did this perfectly, Roachy. Well done. That's what this would feel like. So I found this, and I would love anyone to tell us if it's AI or not. But I have been to India, and Roachy's like, "This is no fucking way. This is real." And I'm like, I don't believe it either. But I mean, it's literally a man in a huge bowl of soup serving soup. But I'm telling you, I've been to India. It's a disaster. It's terrifying. I don't completely. You guys tell me, and
Well,
you tell me, Roachy.
So Ash, I will say this. I think this is a real clip, but the fact that you just said India, yeah, I got a sneaking suspicion they might be Pakistanis.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Right,
I'm
and
pretty
again,
sure this is India, but sorry, go
the
ahead.
two different types of tribes, if you will, whatever.
I know you love the Pakis.
Leave my Paki wife alone. What's funny with this is I think they're aware. Let me take this video down real quick. I think they're aware of people are intrigued with Indian street food. Yeah.
Well, somebody just got brain cancer from it recently.
Mad cow disease, man. So do you remember about 10, 15 years ago, it was Thailand and China videos that were going viral, especially
with
China
street markets and stuff.
Yeah, with like eating weird animals like scorpions, tarantulas, and stuff like that. We've had it since I've been born and seen the internet and shit, which is Africa with the bush meat and stuff like that, right? This is a new form of that. Now, with that, because there's viral clips of Indians doing weird food, and I made reference to you before we went live, I remember one video that's always on Twitter of a guy either cutting naan bread or some sort of bread with his toenail in India.
I'm still laughing because you said that India is not a third world country because they made a spaceship.
They're not. They've got a space program.
So that makes them not a third world country.
So United Nations have like a graph of what dictates where countries are at. And India is not a third world country, partly because they have a space program.
Okay. Yeah? I mean, we haven't done our homework in 2 weeks, but
well, what's funny with this,
doing our other stuff.
What's
What?
funny with that, though? What's funny with that, Ash? Yeah,
What?
because India is not a third world country, it doesn't stop
It
United
is
States.
though. It is a
It's
third. There's no
not.
way it's
It's
not.
not. It's not. It's
I've
not.
been there.
Ash,
Okay,
I've
if
been.
America is not a third world country, there's no way India is, Roachy. I'm just telling you, their slums make the homeless encampments in Los Angeles look like the fucking Ritz.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, Ash.
There's no way.
Yeah. I too have visited Birmingham. Just because it looks like a third world country doesn't mean it is a third world country, right? So there you go. That was a UK
Is
joke.
that what they're doing to the US? That's another interesting thing.
Well, so that's the other thing. Right. So there is one thing that's going on. Again, we've spoken about this before, and it's tedious. Nobody cares, but I'll get my way through it. They're trying to do like that multiculturalism shit, right? They're doing it in Europe, yeah, and it's failed.
Are you talking about
in
like
Europe.
immigration integration, or what do you mean?
Yeah, basically, yeah. Which is what do they fucking call that? Gentrification, yeah, right. Yeah, a prime example. Go to Brixton in London, yeah, and you'll be surprised with the multiculturalism you'll see. But yeah, if you were to rewind back to the 80s and go to Brixton in London, you'll see one colour and one colour alone. Where now you go to Brixton and you'll see multiple colours. Right?
I was thinking about architecture for the last 30 seconds, and I was like, what color is it?
What colour is architecture?
No, I was like I was thinking you were like, they made all the, like, there's a conversation I want to have with you maybe next week. They've made they've taken color in terms of color.
Yeah,
Like, this
colours.
is gray and white, and this is white, and this is white. Like, they've taken a lot of color out of life. Like, they showed something about the 70s and the 2000s, and how things have just gotten like black and gray and white. What's
It's
that?
funny you say that. It's funny you say that. You go to parts of London, especially near Westminster, and you'll see Victorian architecture, and it will blow your fucking mind. The street lamps or street lights, as you guys call it, fucking, they've got like little fucking designs on it. Look fucking glorious. Look at shit today, and I know that you've seen this in LA. You'll have benches that are bumpy and stuff to
On
discourage
purpose so people
Yeah.
can't sit. Yeah.
yeah, or the homeless can't sleep on. Right?
Spikes, straight up spikes and stuff.
Yeah, and you go, okay then. And then you look at railings near Downing Street, for example, that was made by the Victorians. Yeah, it's got lovely pieces of fucking ironwork on it, right? And look at modern day railings today, it's just a piece of fucking steel. Yeah, no fucking design in it whatsoever, because again, there's no artistry. It's almost as if the Victorians, for example, and what I'd like to say, the last great empire, had a little bit of style. The new empire, the leader of the free world, the US, has no style at all. Why is that? Because they're all about money. They don't give a fuck about the common man.
So you agree with capitalism?
Of course I agree with capitalism. Without it, we don't fucking exist.
Do you agree with surveillance capitalism?
It doesn't matter on my opinion on that. It's happening anyway.
Isn't it? This is so crazy to me, Roachy.
Did he just say bastard?
I think he's speaking in a language that you and I are not privy to.
Punjabi, yeah.
If you're living in America,
Right. So this is interesting because we saw what I poo-pooed as an AI video of, oh, they're cremating humans to put into the food source. Bollocks. We just saw what I assume is a viral video to make Westerners go, the fuck is happening in India? Yeah. Because I don't imagine those kids are actually going to eat that fucking food. Right?
You understand how many starving kids there are in India?
Ash, how many people were in India? It's about a billion, about a billion
lot.
people, right? Yeah, about a billion
lot.
people. Yeah. We had this conversation before we went live that India still has a class system, which is called what?
Case system.
Yeah. Okay. So you've got working class, middle class, and upper class. Yeah.
And
But
upward
in India,
mobility is nearly impossible, if at all possible, in India.
well, see, with a class system, in theory, you technically can work your way up. And the same with India, right?
Well, the caste
Technically.
system, no, not really. You're born into what you're born into, as I understand it.
All right, okay, then. So they're the old-fashioned Victorian way, which is okay. There's a reason why your last name is blacksmith. That's because your father can forge swords, and you're a blacksmith. Tough shit, right? That's what,
Right.
which is fine, yeah. So therefore, you're born homeless because for whatever reason, there's no education on safe sex in India, and your parents are homeless, but yet they've got time to fuck for some reason, and therefore you're born. Therefore, you're homeless and you're fucked for the rest of your life, which is no issue with that, right? Because again, that's what it is. Hey, look, I'm waiting for somebody in the chat to say you're racist, but whatever.
I
Now,
was just gonna say, if you don't have money to eat and you don't have anything to do, what else would you do? I don't know.
that's called turning yourself
The
into
Irish had the
right?
same plight, didn't they?
Yeah, well, that was slightly different, though. So
That's true.
the British owned Ireland at the time, and we went, oh, you didn't make any crops? Well, that means you as a population will starve because we're going to take what crops you did make to feed us and the empire. Now go fuck yourself, which is hilarious because if they didn't do that, I don't exist.
It's a very weird. Well, no, not weird is not the word. It's a very interesting take, Roachy, and an interesting segue. I think I have to process that. Would I exist?
I don't know. Are you Irish?
Like almost, yeah. I'm a weird mutt. I'm English, Irish, Scottish, and Russian.
Have to tell me if this makes any sense. The food.
Oh, you wanted to say
it does
something.
not take.
So
Yeah,
Roachy and I were talking about this before, like,
Mhm.
and specifically about food, because food is a very sensitive issue for me. And there's been a lot of stuff. I've been wanting to do like a whole food show, but people are getting like chicken that doesn't look like chicken, and beef that doesn't look like beef, and watermelon that bends, and avocados that bend, all this weird stuff. I don't know exactly. Unfortunately, Roachy had to deal with this again. I sent like 2 links that were too long. I was like, we can just skip around, but you cut this one out, yeah?
Yeah, I cut it up, or at least just like again with clips. You're not wrong what you're doing, Ashley. Even if it's 30 minutes, I can watch.
Well, I
it
just
and
feel like
go,
I don't know how you're downloading it, so I'm like, that must be very annoying for him, you know? So I think timestamps would be better, right? But you seem to like scan through it and find it.
Mhm.
But why did you grab this 3 minutes? I guess I'm asking.
Because it gives us something to talk about, right? Because again, I'm not an American citizen, so I don't know whether this is true. And you're also not a meat eater. However, what you want this stream to be is a topic of discussion, and then you get interaction with your chat, and therefore it looks like you give a fuck about what people are saying in your YouTube chat, right?
Not really. I mostly give a fuck about going over stuff and making enough episodes to sell this to Netflix, but okay.
Dream on.
Like food. Like something's off. Please tell me I'm not the only one.
Is American food even food anymore? Chicken that chews like rubber, strawberries that rot in just 2 days, and beef that crumbles in
Sorry,
Hold on.
like
Sorry, we both
Play-Doh.
paused at the same time. I thought strawberries are supposed to rot in a few days. I thought like.
yeah. Mhm.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're not wrong, Ash. Right? So a strawberry that's not had preservatives put into it, and you leave it out for 2 days, would eventually start wilting away. It's normal rules, right? Because it's taking off the
Well,
vine.
yeah. I mean, it's like the whole the other side of that is the McDonald's burgers that can sit in your car for a month and look exactly the same. Like that's not normal.
True. But anyway, yeah, press play because I'm sure it'll be something else. Yeah, I'll join me there.
People travel abroad and swear they feel healthier after a single week of eating there. But back home, the same groceries leave them bloated, tired, and asking what is going on with our food.
So that's an interesting thought, right? So Americans go on vacation, as you guys would say. Yeah.
Holiday, as you all say.
And they go, hey, the food tastes better. Is there a possibility that the vast majority of these people are just heightened because they're on a vacation abroad and therefore everything else is suddenly 10 times better?
No.
I experienced this in Vegas, Ashley.
Why everything was amazing in Vegas? The food was so good.
No, not so much the food was so good. I mean, White Castle's fucking chicken sliders are like amazing. But anyway, it's the currency thing, right? In my head, I went, "Oh, this is cool." I immediately got used to dollars, and in my head, I went, "Because dollars is less than sterling, like the pound, right? It doesn't feel like I'm spending just as much, right?" Prime example: this is an ashtray that I bought in the gift shop in that fucking Plaza Hotel, right? Yeah, cost me $8. Yeah, it's the equivalent of about £6, right? I could buy this same ashtray for £1 in the pound shop in the UK. I
It's
didn't think
so,
twice about making the purchase because I was heightened on the fact that I was on a vacation and I was enjoying myself.
you know what's so,
See what I
well,
mean?
yes, I see what you're saying, but irrefutably, I have spent time in lots of different countries all over the world, and the food tastes different. It tastes better. And I remember growing up, I don't think it tastes so different, if that makes sense. But I'm
Well,
laughing because I'm not great at math, sorry. But like
yeah,
whenever I go over to London, and I guess
mhm,
the exchange is different. But when
yeah,
I go, last time I went was 20, I want to say 2015 or something, 2014.
yeah,
And my brother always reminds me, 'cause you guys have coins that can be $5 and stuff. One time
yeah,
he's like,
yeah,
"Ashley, what the fuck are you doing? You're leaving like a 10 quid tip or something." Like, I'm just like, I
like,
thought it was like pennies. Like, I thought it was whatever. But when I would see a pair of jeans, they'd be
yeah,
like when I go shopping, pants, as you call them,
yeah.
uh, uh,
Well, no,
trousers.
we call jeans, but yeah, cool.
Well, he was like, Ashley, don't ask anyone for pants because they're gonna think you're talking about underwear.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But I like so the euro like the tag will be 20, for example, Top Shop. The
yeah.
tag will be 20, but like the way my brother told me to calculate it, and this is again 2014, 15, is double it. Because I'm thinking like I'm getting all these cool clothes in London and blah blah blah. Like, but
Right.
everything at that time was twice. So I don't know what's happened. Like it's been 12 years. So
Well, so obviously the exchange rate like fluctuates over time and whatnot. That time, I think your brother probably was correct. It was almost like £2
double.
to a dollar, right? So, like
Right.
in your head, he's not wrong in what he's saying. However, the one thing we don't have, which I understand, is what some places, including America, has, depending on where you go, which is you'll see one price on like a shelf. You pick up said item, but that's the price without tax. And I assume that's places like Costco or whatever. And then you add the tax on at the end. There are like wholesalers here that do that, and it's a little bit fucking off-putting. But again, I ain't gonna lie to anybody. Like I'm going to a fucking wholesalers. Anyway,
Well, I think it's more like you were just like a happy, giggly little girl and so excited to be in Vegas that everything tasted good, right?
no, to the contrary. Well, I had a smash burger in the for a breakfast. That was fucking lush. That was really good.
Look, Danielle is here.
Who?
She's Danielle. She said the food in the US is not good. She lives in London. I'm sorry. Don't get mad at me, Danielle. She lives 4 hours. I'm not going to tell anyone what direction. She lives
4
in
hours
England.
inside London. Yeah.
Exactly. She lives down deep in the most bottom part of London. No, she comes twice a year if I'm lucky. Bitch.
Hey,
I
so
love
she's
you.
a normal lady, right? Because if I'm
And she
lucky,
said it
the
tastes
lady I'm
different.
with comes
So
twice a
it
year
goes
too.
both ways. Wait, what?
I said, so she's a normal lady, right? Because any lady I'm with, if she's lucky, she comes twice a year too.
Drum roll. That was the
I'm,
best joke you've ever told.
I'm not here all this.
Truth is, something is off. Today we're breaking down the real problems with US food, the myths that distract us, and most
Well,
importantly,
Roachy, what's happening with that banana? Don't answer.
I
how you
believe
can
that
shop
woman is
smarter
bending it
without
over. Yeah.
spending a fortune.
Ground beef changed, or am I just like completely crazy? I was
What I love about this, and the reason why I kept this in, Ash, is the editing style of this clip. Right. First off, you've got a southern lady like asking the world, I suppose, whether she's crazy or whether beef has changed.
Well, that's
Spliced
more
in.
like a way of speaking, right? Am I crazy? Is it just me? I think it's like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but spliced in with what looks like her social media account of her saying the same thing on social media, which is interesting because you're going to go, oh, this is a editorial kind of style to go, hey, look, you're like this too, guys. It's the editing style reminded me of it, and no offense, Ash, but it was targeted towards soccer mums. Yeah, hey, soccer mum, you posted on Facebook about the lunch you had, because your life is tedious and boring because your kids are in school and you don't fucking work, right? This woman's like you. That's why I wanted to keep this in. Just keep an eye on it. It's weird. For me, it was like, why are they cutting away just to show a social media post? Yeah, really?
Literally get my ground beef from the store. The date will be like 3 days later that it's like the sell by date, and then it's brown the next morning. Like I literally have to cook it the day that I go and pick it up. And why does it have such a weird smell now?
There's a couple of questions I've got to ask. One, she's bought ground beef, right?
I can't believe you caught her Southern thing because she looks like a New Yorker to me in a way. That's just funny. But go ahead, sorry.
Well, I'm not deaf, but so she buys ground beef and she's like, oh, within a couple of days it goes bad. How about where are you keeping this beef, bitch? Second of all, if you're keeping it in the fridge, maybe your fridge is broken, right? There's that possibility, yeah? Or how about this? You're buying the worst type of beef, right? There's that possibility too, right? Yeah,
Absolutely. I mean,
quality, yeah?
I actually laughed because I was like, we already have our stuff for today, but there was a woman who got arrested for apparently stealing beef yesterday from Walmart.
Yeah.
And like that's where most of these videos where I see this creepy beef, it's like don't buy anymore. And you're right though, they do this like Southern accent thing. It's like don't buy beef from Walmart anymore, y'all. Let me just show you. This is my Walmart receipt. It's always Walmart,
And what's funny, Ash, and again, I'm not an American, but this is where.
Wait, hold on. You're not an American? That's so crazy.
Yeah, no,
Mind blown.
right? But this is where like popular media like helps to amplify certain things. Whenever I hear somebody with a Southern accent saying something, I normally think it's going to be a stupid take because of racism. Because of propaganda, right? So therefore, like, even though I know that's the effect, that happens to me. It happened with this to the point where I went, oh, wait a minute, that's an interesting editing style here. Because I immediately went, don't be racist, because that's what you've been taught to be. That's the wrong thing to do. I then noticed something else. Go on.
Quick question, because Danielle asked me something a while ago, and it's after she's only been to LA, to my knowledge, but she was like, Ashley, what's considered the South? And I was like, it's basically like some people consider where I'm from, DC, the South. It's basically like Virginia.
Sorry, Washington, DC. That is
the capital of the US.
Which
yes,
is right next to Canada, right?
No. Philadelphia is closer to Canada than New York. Goes DC, New York, Philly, Maine is like the one that
somebody
borders.
Just said the Mason-Dixon line, which is
Mason-Dixon line is considered the South. It's also called the Bible Belt. But some people call DC the South. But I usually think of it as like Lower Virginia, like Southern Virginia, like West Virginia. There's like this whole little triangle down. There's like Arkansas, Mississippi. Help me out, guys. North Carolina, South Carolina. I don't know.
So Texas is considered the South, right?
The top of Florida. No, that's different. Texas is like its own thing. Texas is one of the biggest states in the US. Like it's bigger. I'm pretty sure Texas might be the size of the UK. It's huge.
No.
So Texas is like
ready to blow your mind. You can fit the UK 3 times inside Texas.
Shut the fuck up.
For real. I remember learning that in school, and I went, what? And my math teacher, funny enough, not geography teacher, but my math teacher was like, yeah.
Oh, I thought you said you are a math teacher. I'm like, you are blowing my mind. Wait, what?
No, I'm not a teacher of anything. I barely fucking speak, let alone fucking count. But yeah, my math teacher was like, no, for real, you can fit 3 United Kingdoms in Texas. Also, I believe
No way.
Texas.
I was about to say, I feel like California, half of California and Texas are at least the size of the UK. You can fit 3 UKs inside Texas.
Yes, that's what I was told. Yeah, as a kid, and I go, okay, fine. I've got to take that person's word for it. You know, it's a teacher. Also, I believe I've seen a overlay map of Texas over Europe, and it covers Italy, Spain, France, Germany, Belgium, Switzerland, the UK, Scotland, I think Holland, Belgium, and part of the Icelandic.
You did say Belgium twice,
Did
Scandinavia.
I? No,
But please do, can anyone in the chat, all 23 of you, we love you. Can anyone in the chat check that out? How many UKs fit inside the state of Texas? That would be interesting for me to know.
I'm sure it's free. In fact, I'll Google it.
But
Now.
wait, you just said inside Texas would fit Belgium, Germany.
There you go, Danielle. There you go. 2.8 United Kingdoms inside of Texas.
Thank you,
There go. I was
Danielle.
correct. You round up. You don't round down.
Yeah, but where did all the other countries?
That's where the conversation come up with my math teacher about rounding up to the nearest number. Makes sense to me now. Right?
Yeah.
Because again,
I mean, it depends on
in
the
my
situation.
in my head, I'm going, why didn't my geography teacher tell me this? Oh, it was a math issue of if it's 2.5.
Well, 2.8 is basically 3. Let's be real.
Yeah, no, that's what he was explaining to me as a kid, and I'm going, well, it's not 3, is it?
Good question, though. Good fucking question.
No, but again, he explained to me, even if it was 2.5, you tend to round up and say 3.
And especially if it's 2.8 or 2.999. But what were you talking about? You were like Belgium, Germany.
So
France,
if
Spain.
you took Texas, right, on a map and just go like that, it covers basically mainland Europe, yeah, which is crazy.
Wow. I know Danielle will tell us if we're wrong. That's incredible. Or not if we're wrong, if your geography teacher was wrong.
I mean, from Kroger and Walmart, and it does the exact same thing. I feel like Kroger's is a little worse. Something has definitely changed, and it's freaking me out, and I haven't ordered ground beef.
She said the word Kroger's. I'm not familiar with this brand.
So Kroger's is like, it's like you guys have, I'm trying to remember. You guys have Boots, which is like the pharmacy. Yeah. And you guys have like, I'm trying to remember the markets I go to in London. It's like the most, like, it's like, you guys have different markets though, but like it's like it's a very basic, like, you know, should be reasonably priced food chain, but I think they're different in England.
But again, I imagine there's a rival. Imagine this, if you will. There's a rival company. She's getting paid by them, and she's going, "Oh, that opposite company, I find."
They all own each other though in the US, though. Yeah? Like Kroger is the same. It's a company. So Kroger is like usually a southern thing. Safeway is like in DC, and I've seen it in New York and stuff. That's East Coast, and then West Coast will be like Vaughn's or Ralph's. They're all owned by the same people.
Okay, right. I'll press play.
Or went to the grocery and bought ground beef in literally weeks because my husband thinks it tastes different. It smells really gross when you're cooking it.
You've probably noticed this. You buy fresh ground beef. It looks okay in the package, but when it hits the pan, the texture seems off. It releases tons of water and just doesn't taste right.
But you guys, it's not.
I mean,
does that look normal to you? I wouldn't know. And now I'm worried about the beef I got Hondo today.
But again, Ash, what this reminds me of is watching. Do you remember when Jamie Oliver was claiming that McDonald's was using pink goo as their chicken nuggets, right? That's what that kind of reminds me of. And it's like.
But he wasn't wrong, was he?
In America, with McDonald's, no. However, we now live in an age, Ash, right, where, prime example, 20 odd years ago, yeah, in order for me to have a webcam that is what I've got, yeah, as a camera, would have cost me 10 times as much as it did right now, yeah, as in like, you know, mass production, blah, blah, blah. It's the same with production as in like TV or movies, yeah. A lot of people have like a lot of money to fucking throw away, basically, and I assume you can buy props like that. Yeah, it seems very. Again, this is why my mind went propaganda. Right, it seems very like it goes back
Interesting.
to my
Props,
argument.
propaganda.
Yeah, because again, you're trying to convince somebody of something rather than what's actually in front of them. Yeah, we said it earlier about global warming, right? Yeah, which is quite funny because Danny Hills here should be
Climate
aware of
change,
this.
they called it. That was
Well,
the
should
word.
be aware of this. This summer, it went and recently the fifth heat wave to hit Britain. It's the summer. We're supposed to have heat waves, and if it's the fifth one in the whole summer, that's a good fucking summer. Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's not like they're trying to put things into certain areas to make you afraid for what? Because they want you controlled. Why is that? Because the elite, whether that be politicians or people that are running the companies that you and I would depend on, whether that's supermarkets, whether that's internet providers, whatever, want you to be afraid. Well, they're above taking all the fucking money. Anyway.
You made me think of something. I like it when you laugh like that. You made me. You ready? Oh,
Oh, for fuck's sake, I've got to
you
light
made
my
me
light.
think of something that I forgot about. Light your cigarette first. You made me think about something, but I forgot about it this moment. I don't know what that noise is. What was the last sentence you just said?
I said they want us to be afraid with their
Fear is a
propaganda they're
very
giving you, yeah,
fear is
because
a very
fear is a raw emotion. Is what you're going to say, right? Go on.
well. I was gonna say it's. I think the most like when you're talking about chaos magic or things like this and how to control people, fear is what does it. I mean, like everyone saw COVID, but I don't like. I don't know. I'm just gonna blabble on. So let's just play the next click because next up. But basically, I was gonna say I'm like I've seen so much stuff about food,
Mhm.
and especially with people that have had issues with eating and stuff like before, like I have. It's like,
Yeah,
now what the fuck can I eat? Seriously, like I've seen parasites in apples, and like somebody got a protein bar and there were fly eggs in the protein bar, and I'm just like, I might have been doing better before, you know?
you can eat
Bro,
anything.
did you see that meat? Like, what is it? Number 50.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
So, right, I we don't have to go through this whole fucking thing because this goes back to AI, right? And this irritated the shit
How
out of me.
much is AI? You gotta just text me like, "Yo, Ash, this is AI," because I don't want to play
Right.
AI.
Okay. No. So
But I know
no.
roller coaster accidents are a fucking real
Right.
thing.
So you sent me a Watch Mojo video, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't able to download it because obviously YouTube is age gated this shit, right? And my downloaders have an issue with that. So I just type in the same title as that YouTube video, and funny enough, Watch Mojo has a channel called Top 5, which is practically the same fucking shit, but AI spill from Watch Mojo, yeah, in a different package. I put this together, yeah, and I swear to you, Ashley, it was a 17-minute long video. I managed to cut it down to 8 minutes, yeah. The AI would occasionally either give some spiel at the start, which you'll hear, yeah, and then get to the point where the ride was closed. Then I cut it off. You don't need the explanation afterwards, which is, oh, look, for example, this haunted house thing, it was a fire, it was the most deadliest fucking ride accident in the United States. I cut out the part where it says, would you guys be willing to go into this place if you knew it could catch fire? Because we don't think you would. But would you? And it's
Master
like,
editing over here.
well, so the AI went, we don't think you would do this, but would you? And it's like, that's not a normal fucking sentence, right? It's not a normal sentence. So again,
Stupid.
press play and you'll see
Okay, but I just wanted to
somebody
say
else.
for context, guys, I've always known and I've always like this goes back to trust your gut, but I've always felt strange on like I don't know if anyone's ever been on a I don't know how they are in the UK or in Europe, but they're just rides that I know in my blood I was lucky to walk off of. Like I could feel it in like the most deepest part of my soul. Like one was a wooden roller coaster that I had heard people got like thrown off of. And there's a certain amount, someone can look this up. There's a certain amount of accidents that are allowed to happen that they don't tell about. So I think this happens more than not. But basically my whole rabbit hole on this day, which I believe was Tuesday or Wednesday, was roller coasters. Thank you for editing. Roachy, you're the best.
Go on, press play.
The Haunted Castle Fire Tragedy. In May 1984, Six Flags Great Adventures Haunted Castle turned into a real-life horror story.
Also, keen-eyed viewers, pay attention to the subtitles and whether they match up to the words being said or not. Yeah, ready?
Thank
A
you.
fire ripped through the attraction, killing 8 teenagers and injuring 7 others. This disaster remains the deadliest theme park incident in history. The blaze spread quickly.
Now, that's not necessarily true. Right?
What happened?
So the AI voiceover just said, this is the most deadliest theme park tragedy ever. 8 deaths.
Yeah, that's not true. For off the bat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there was a theme park in, I believe, is it Northern Poland in the 1930s called Auschwitz? And I believe they claimed more victims.
Well, that's a terrible fucking Auschwitz. It sounds way too much like Auschwitz.
Mm-hmm. It's almost as if that's what I was doing. Wordplay humor. Here we go.
Fueled by a lack of sprinklers, a glaring oversight more terrifying than the castle's ghosts. Six Flags faced manslaughter charges, but the court ruled arson.
Also, what I love about this, that thumbnail there from Fascinating Horror is a YouTube channel that I'm actually subscribed to, by the way. And I find it funny, as it says, hit like and subscribe, hit the notification bell. And please, anybody that's watching this dog shit, do the same on Ashley's channel. That this top
Why
5
do you call
video.
our show dog shit? It's rude.
It is what it is. It's dog shit. So I find it interesting that Watch Mojo, that owns this top 5s video, would use other people's thumbnails and just get away with it. Because I can guarantee you this, if we just played Watch Mojo videos, they would try and copyright it. It's kind of hypocritical. Here we go.
Was to blame, not negligence. Number 14, The Savage Son of Beast.
You notice my editor there? Like I said, on that one, they did the spiel afterwards, which is, we don't think you guys would go there, but would you? And it's like, what? There's no need for it. Just fucking get on with it. It's a list. Let's move on. Here we go.
Kings Island's Son of Beast wasn't just a roller coaster. It was a legend with an attitude problem. When it opened in 2000, it was the world's tallest, fastest wooden coaster and the first to feature a loop. But riders quickly realized this wooden behemoth shook like a shopping cart with a wobbly wheel. In 2006, the coaster went full drama queen.
So I mean,
Kind of weird how they're saying it. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Why would the AI go, hey, look, to make me sound more human? The roller coaster's all drama queen and shit. It's like
the roller coaster went full drama queen. It's like
it's an object.
Like yeah, it's an inanimate object.
Yeah, like, you know, unless you're a flamboyant gay person, you don't go, oh, drama queen, you know.
Train violently jolted, injuring 27 riders thanks to a cracked support beam. Repairs followed, but the coaster wasn't done causing chaos. In 2009, a rider suffered head trauma from the ride's infamous jerks. Kings Island finally had enough and demolished Son of Beast in 2012. Number 13.
Now you notice, number 14 had no deaths related to that roller coaster whatsoever. So
but it was declared like the worst. Also, just so you guys know, I sent Roachy a bunch of different stories from different roller coasters, and then I was like, okay, I think this is the most condensed one. We can just skip through it. I didn't realize it was so retarded.
Again, this is like we're 4 minutes into a how long
10-minute video or something.
Yeah, like a 10-minute fucking video. And again, we don't have to go through all of it, but just give you a little spiel of like the idea of this stuff. I do like the little ad-free little jingle in the background. You know, like you're looking at a list of, you know, I assume when you type this in or you just discover this, you're going, oh yeah, I want to be a little bit morbid. I want to see what roller coasters like, you know, decapitated somebody, for example. Right?
It's crazy. It's wild that they don't have and own it. Like they do not, most places do not have to release information. I forget what the law is called. Like they have a certain amount of just unexplained miscellaneous deaths that are allowed to happen at any time.
So what's great, yeah, is there's a clip on Compound Media on YouTube, yeah, Anthony Cumia, where he reads to, I think, I forget, Dave Landau, his co-host at the time. They're reading through a list of people that didn't die at Disneyland, because
and it's
Disneyland,
longer than the ones that did. No, sorry, it's shorter than the ones that did, right?
Well, this is the thing. Apparently, Disneyland in Florida, I believe this is the case, yeah, has a rule.
Disney World, I think, is Florida, and I think Disneyland is California.
Yeah. Whichever one it is.
Could be wrong. Yeah.
It's either California or fucking Florida. Whichever one it is, I'm probably butchering it. Has a deal with the state where nobody dies at Disneyland. So they're not declared dead until they're off the property, right? That includes somebody being...
See? Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, including somebody that unfortunately fell in with crocodiles and was seen being eaten with crocodiles, right? And it's like, well, how can you not declare that person dead with the crocodile? Sorry, not crocodiles.
Like you literally saw them being neutralized by crocodiles.
Sorry, I got that completely mixed up. I'm thinking of the movie Hook. The scenario that Cumia did mention was a Japanese tourist taking a picture where the rocking boat is doing this. Yeah, you know that fucking attraction. Yeah, that everybody goes on the fucking.
Yeah, they get you all the way up, and then you go all the way down. Yeah,
the guy's doing this with his camera lens as the thing comes down, takes his head off, right? And it's like clearly the motherfucker is dead because he's been, you know, the head's come off, right? Death certificate. He isn't pronounced dead until he's in the ambulance off the property, right? Yeah, which is great, right? Because you kind of go, okay,
weird loophole.
And I think if you just type into YouTube, nobody dies at Disney, that video comes up.
Well, that's very interesting, and it also makes a lot of sense. Like they probably have a team. My hair. I'm just trying to be a supermodel. Somebody said that about me. That's an inside joke that Roachy knows. But somebody says I play with my hair too much because I want to be a supermodel, which is ridiculous because they're a cartoon. I bet you anything they have a team of like, I don't know, 10, 15 people on standby. Yo, if anything happens with this or that, get them off property ASAP. Because if I'm not mistaken, Disneyland, Disney World, they're all quite loaded up when it comes to like local police and laws and things like this. This does not surprise me at all, but I've never heard of it. I've only heard this part, Roach. I've only heard that they're allowed to have a certain amount. Ugh, I hate it when I can't just fix it. Fuck it. They're allowed to have a certain amount of like miscellaneous deaths a year that they don't have to report to anyone.
Well, I assume any death in any sort of entertainment attraction park or whatever the fuck you want to call it would have to be declared. However, like I said, that video that I was making reference to was alleging that Disney has this deal. Wouldn't surprise me. However, in the UK is completely different. And spoiler alert, because we're not going to watch all of that fucking video, by the way. The top and the most number one is Thorpe Park, the UK. I think 10 years ago now, or whatever. Well, it seems like 10 years ago. Unfortunately, a test ride was still on the tracks as this other ride come along. And unfortunately, some people had their legs amputated by this crash, right? Nobody died.
Smiley, right? It starts with an S?
I think so, but it's not. I
It
don't
was
think
like they were testing it while there was an. This is yeah. I looked that up. I think I sent you a clip. I think it's called S. It's like not Smiley. It's Smeely or something like this.
So,
Starts with an S. But they had the test one going at the same time with the other one.
well, they didn't know that this is the issue with theme parks, especially in UK. You've got teenagers that are in charge of these fucking rides, right? And
No
they're like,
shit.
oh, let's test out the ride before we open today. Okay, well, you're a teenager and you're too concerned
Yeah,
about
you're
trying to impress.
17 or
Yeah.
15. Like you don't even have a frontal lobe developed.
Exactly, right? And you're too interested in trying to fucking impress the females or whatever the fuck. So you ain't necessarily got an incentive in your mind to make sure that thing is off
And
the
you're
track.
probably on minimum wage, quite frankly, you know?
Exactly, right? Yeah, and the reason why it was terrible, I believe the people that had the amputations was like young teenagers too. Like, you know, which again brings up this moral argument, right? What's worse? A teenager having to have their legs amputated or somebody in their 60s having to have their legs amputated?
Are you asking me like a FMK thing? But just older
All right,
people.
okay. Fuck, marry, kill. Let's do this. Fuck, marry, kill, right? A man with one arm, a lady with no legs, and somebody with no limbs whatsoever. Fuck, marry, kill.
Well, I was gonna say whose legs I would, if I had to choose an older person or a younger person, I would choose an older person because, you know, they haven't got far. They haven't got that much longer to use their legs, whereas a younger person would. But I'm not doing that FMK thing for, what did you say? Like a phone.
Right, somebody that's missing one limb.
Hey, I
that's
posed that
two
question
limbs,
to you.
and a third person that has no limbs whatsoever, right? You fuck, marry, kill, right? And I'll answer this, right? So you kill the person that has no limbs, because at that point, how the fuck are they still alive anyway? Yeah. You marry the person that is a double amputee, right? And I'll go into details in a second. And you only fuck the person that's singly amputated, right? I'll tell you for why. Because after you fuck that person with one limb, whether that be a leg or an arm, yeah, you'll get used to it. So then when you're married to somebody that's a double amputee, that could be one leg and one arm. That could be two arms or two fucking legs, right? You're used to what's the right word?
Yeah, because you literally use the word
disability.
limb, so it doesn't have to be the legs or the arms, like necessarily.
Well, that's the only limbs you've got, right? You can't lose a torso.
No, extremities, right?
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. But anyway.
So you would kill the amputee.
Yeah, the full amputee. If somebody's got no arms or no legs, that is cruel, right? Like, for real. Like, how the fuck are they going to survive? Like, without somebody else's help?
I don't know. In a man's brain, I was putting that in the F category.
No, that's fucking weird.
I know, but y'all are not. I am not doing a woman-man thing, but like, you guys kind of just need not the extremities.
Yeah. So, right, as you can tell, Ash, I've literally now just lost all fucking interest whatsoever.
Oh no, I didn't know that there was any interest to begin with.
Very good point.
The fall of Expo Land.
Yeah, let's listen to this one. Yeah.
For decades, Osaka's Expo Land in Japan was a beacon of fun and laughter. But in 2007, the dream came crashing down, literally.
So I didn't realize Expo Land was a fucking dream. Here we go.
The Fujin Raijin 2 roller coaster derailed, claiming the life of a 19-year-old college student and injuring dozens. Investigations revealed shocking neglect. The coaster's axles hadn't been replaced in over 15 years. Number 12.
Now, again, you'll notice editing there, right? Because they do spill.
Like, what would you do? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And again, it's like, we don't need, is it disposition or whatever the fuck? We don't need like spill. Anybody is aware this is AI voiceover. Just get the fucking list over and done with. In the title, I think it says top 15 fucking like roller coasters.
Top 10, yeah. But it's also like this, like I guess like have the AI increase or attempt to increase engagement. It's the same thing as like, tell me what you think in the comments, right?
yeah, see again, actually, you know what I mean? I hate that shit. You know, when
I do
somebody goes,
too, but
oh,
I'm just saying, like,
yeah, it's like when, you know, I've got a dish usually, whatever. Oh, what are your plugs? Plugs? You want to know about my bath plug? Like, what? Like, if people want to watch me, they'll come and find me, right? You know? That's why there's a search bar in fucking YouTube. Yeah, here we go.
The dark legacy of the Mind Scrambler.
Yeah, it feels like this fucking stream. Yeah.
The Mind Scrambler at Playland in Rye, New York, was a ride as dizzying as its tragic history. Over its time in operation, it claimed.
I also like the clearly AI generated thumbnail that they're using for this bit.
well, what
Yeah.
the fuck? I'm like, where's the actual thing? Because there was in Japan. Japan is on point, so it surprised me. Osaka, I believe, is the capital. I know a friend from Japan. I believe it's the capital of Japan, right? No, Tokyo. Osaka.
I wasn't.
Osaka is a very proper place, and it
Yeah,
surprised me that they would have anything this retarded.
Did you know Tokyo is it 32 different districts?
Mm-mm.
But again, that's like saying, did you know New York has many different boroughs?
Boroughs.
Like, yeah, no shit. Yeah, like fucking
6,
yeah,
I think, 5 or 6 boroughs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it would be like
I used to
saying
live there, and I don't know. I think it's 6.
Yeah. People in the chat, if Ashley gets something wrong, never correct her. It's better if she thought that Osaka was the capital of Japan. It would be great. Yeah, here we go.
Claimed 2 lives. The most devastating incident occurred in 2007 when 21-year-old Gabriella Guerin, a park employee assisting riders, was ejected from the ride due to a failure to secure her properly.
So,
Okay,
again,
I wanted to talk about this. Sorry, Roachy, go ahead.
Yeah, go on. No, go ahead, please.
Every single roller coaster I've ever been on in my whole entire fucking life, which includes mostly being a kid with my little sister, I'm like, okay, I'm like 10 and I weigh like 80 pounds, and there's just a bar. Sometimes there's a seatbelt, sometimes there's not, but there's just like this bar, and it's like, it just feels like you're holding on for none of it ever felt safe to me.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, again, that's part of the attraction for a ride as well, right? Like you said, you've been on many theme park fucking rides where you thought, oh, I was pretty lucky to get away with that. I'm pretty certain that I felt like I should have died. But that's part of the thrill, right? That's part of the.
Well, I don't like that kind of thrill. Like, my sister and I found one roller coaster that we liked at Six Flags in Texas, and it was like the highest it went was like here, and then the lowest it went was like there, and it was like it went through a little forest thing, and we would just my parents would be like, "Why do you keep wanting to go the same roller coaster?" We're like, "We feel safe on this one." I was never into like these crazy ones. Like, don't you want to do the Death Black Diamond? Like, I'm like, no, I don't. You know.
There's a ride. I think it's.
I'm not into that kind. Like, some people get a high off it. I don't. I get a high off being safe. What's that?
I don't know the name of this ride, but I think it's in Alton Towers, right? It's in a building that's shaped as a pyramid, right? You go inside there. It takes you ages to fucking queue up for it, like most fucking rides do. You sit in a roller coaster. The lights go off, and you go backwards, right?
But let me ask you though, even as an adult, did you feel like the stuff was safe, or like could
do I have to do this? Right, I'll do this. Right. Does it look like I had an issue with feeling like the barrier's not safe for me?
See, you can stand up. I love it. Roachy.
Interesting question.
So it turns off the lights, you were saying.
I thought you
and
were
then it drops you.
No, you go backwards, right? Whatever this ride's called, it's again, I'm not one for heights or, amusement rides or whatever, but this one I enjoyed because I didn't expect it. The lights go off and you go backwards. At one point, it feels like something literally just goes just past your head, right? Whatever that illusion is glorious because you kind of go, fuck, was going to hit the back of my head.
It feels like wind, or what do you mean?
Yeah, it's weird. It's probably a wind effect or whatever, but it generally feels like something literally just went like that over your head as you're going backwards. Like I said, whatever the ride's called, it doesn't give you warning. Yeah, it doesn't say, oh yeah, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, the lights are going to go out and you're going to go backwards, because that's part of the.
But you enjoyed it.
Yeah, which is
I
odd.
mean,
Because
you're
again, I
like
don't like
you're
this.
a person that I would imagine kind of like, and tell me if I'm wrong, like what's it called? Like an adrenaline rush, like a good old fashioned adrenaline rush, which is a lot of roller coasters, right?
Right. So, okay, to clarify, I like the aftermath of an adrenaline rush. In the moment, I don't like it. As in the
Interesting.
stereotype of your heart races and shit like that. And Danielle said that right's called 13 that I'm describing. Right?
Danielle knows.
Yeah, all in terms
Thank you
of
so much, the Charlie, Cheetah wife,
Cheetos rush. Yeah.
Cheetah's wife. Thank you for the $2. When did you last hear from SJ? Cans looking good. I know Roachy's breasts keep getting better every week.
No, talking about the Diet Coke can. Yeah, just.
The pyramid of the Diet Cokes. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. When was the last time you heard from the Dabbleverse guy himself, Stuttering John?
I have not really heard from him. I did his show what day? Tuesday?
I believe so, yeah.
And that was quite awkward. I'm sure everybody realized that. But I did stand up for my friend Haley, and that was kind of the point. What was I going to say? Yeah, I haven't really heard from him.
So even more shocking.
Right.
This tragedy happened just 3 years after a 7-year-old girl died in an eerily similar accident. Number 11.
What I love about this one is I saw this on, because again, I saw a couple of videos of this. This showed up on every single one. And this
show
one,
what on every single one?
This showed up on every single one, right? On this particular incident. And the reason why it stuck in my head is because how it's presented. And I thought, again, we're talking about propaganda and stuff. It's funny that once somebody is known or somebody's a name, it's more poignant. I don't know, for lack of a better word.
Important.
Yeah, or poignant to the point they're trying to get across. Yeah, I'll play it.
The tragic fall of
Verrückt. Was he like Greta Thunberg, whatever her name is?
I'll allow him to explain who this kid's father was.
Okay.
Sorry.
Once a towering icon of thrill-seeking, the Verrückt at Schlitterbahn Water Park in Kansas City was the world's tallest water slide. But in 2016, it became the stage for a nightmare. A tragic accident took the life of 10-year-old Caleb Schwab when a raft went airborne and struck a pole.
Charles Schwab's kid?
Yeah,
no fucking way.
Caleb, the son of politician Scott Schwab, was a...
Right, so, again, this is where I come into this. I couldn't care less whether that unfortunate child's death was that of a politician or not, right? Every death is unfortunately tragic. But the way it's presented...
Is that true, though? I don't agree with that.
Well, you don't agree that every kid's death is tragic? In its own
every
way?
kid's death. I thought you said every death is tragic. I said I don't agree with that.
Well, you could argue that too, right? To a point, as in, like, everybody is born from a mother and a father, and therefore everybody tends to have a brother or a sister or some shit like that. Therefore, their death is quite poignant and relevant to those people involved. That being said,
should be. I would say.
That being said, you noticed with all the lists that they said before, they didn't go, oh, this person that tragically died, this is their name, these are their parents. Only with this person they did. Why? Because it became a national news story because it was a politician's kid. I don't think in this it had the 911 call, which one of these clips did have, and it was weird. As in, the clip they played was the guy saying, he's my son and he's not breathing. If you play this in a second, it's about to say that unfortunately the kid lost his head. Why would you say he wasn't breathing?
Yeah, we don't have to play that part. I know what you're talking about.
We don't have to. Yeah, we don't have to play any
we can just I think you just did perfectly synthesize it. But yeah, there was a few situations where people were literally I mean, a real YouTube terms of service aren't allowed to say decapitated, literally decapitated. And I remember hearing that call. And my father's like, it's my son, and he's not breathing. And I didn't know it was one of the decapitation situations, but I'm like,
Yeah. It's
you know,
tragic.
how many kids that didn't have political affiliations died that? You know what I'm saying? Like that. This
Yeah,
is
yeah, of course. Yeah.
interesting.
And also, don't get me wrong, it's a tragic event. However, it's how it's portrayed by the media. Because again, they'll go, well, you'll be familiar with this name because this guy is a politician, right? Yeah. So therefore,
Ganda.
yeah, that, yeah. And again, you're not talking in Cockney rhyming slang. You're not saying have a gander at that or have a look at that. Yeah. You're saying it's propaganda. Yeah. What's funny with that, and what I'm trying to say is it's funny how the mass media, again, I'm saying things that everybody already fucking knows, but I'll get it over and done with. The mass media knows that a known name will get a click. If you are familiar with somebody's name, you'll be more sympathetic. Yeah.
So when I get taken out because what you said in the beginning, it's gonna matter more. I love it when you laugh like a little girl. It's my favorite.
Anyway,
Okay, we just have the roller coasters. That's it, right? We're just doing
Casualty
Rocco.
of ambition gone horribly
right.
wrong. Number
All right,
10.
I'm gonna go like this. Okay, they're
Turning into
basically
chaos as a devastating
basically, I'm gonna
fire
take
in.
this- Is there anything else besides roller coasters there?
No, that's it. That's it.
Okay, so guys, I wanted to say like
You were going to say about Rocco, right? Because you never got to your point about Rocco.
okay, I'll get to my God, he gets so bossy sometimes. I just wanted to wrap up what we covered, which is that I appear to be wrong all the time, and Roachy figures this out. And next week, I would appreciate Roach if you could just be like, "Yo, Ash, this is retarded." So the
Sorry.
water thing that
Ash,
hopefully is not a
no.
thing. Hopefully, we are not showering and drinking in people's bones. Sorry, Roachy, what?
Now, I hate to cut you off. I think it's more entertaining for me. And if I was a viewer of this, which I wouldn't be, I find that more entertaining. Because to be fair to you, you are legitimately saying, look, this is what I've seen on my algorithm. Right? And bearing in mind, your algorithm would be way different than mine. Yeah. So I think that's like how it works. Again, just defending my position. However, next week, what I will do is I will change tactic and I will not call out anything that looks bad.
Well, I just don't want to waste people's time because, like, I'm not sending you anything that I feel like is AI, you know?
You said the wrong thing there because we've been on for 2 hours. And what we should have done is hit go live and go, hi, everybody, bye, everybody, and then hit end stream. If we didn't want to waste anybody's time.
Daddy Kathy, who wanted to talk about Rocco and still does. Hi, Rocco. We love you. Okay, so what I wanted to say about Rocco was this. I think he's one of the funniest people in the Dabbleverse. Hands down. I don't care if you like me or not. Just call me a ball washer.
Yep.
So, yep. Okay. No, this is actually just my like unbiased opinion.
Yeah.
I think he's fucking hilarious. I've always thought that. I think he's very quick-witted. I think he's done a lot of things that people in the Dabbleverse that just look or try to do shows or streams. Like he puts a lot of work into what he does, and I think he's highly intelligent and very funny. That being said, Rocco, Suki. That being said, El Horrible. I offered him free yoga, okay, which Roachy can witness and tell you was not offered for free to just anyone. Who paid for your yoga? Which way is the right way?
No, that was the right way.
This one?
I don't know whether I'm allowed to say who paid, but not me. I didn't pay for it, but somebody did.
Yeah, somebody that we care about and respect very much.
Mm-hmm.
And God bless him for that. Otherwise, you wouldn't know the George Floyd asana, right? And Rocco, back to El Horrible. So Rocco, Roachy has a segment every week now. And this week he wanted to talk about Rocco and talk about, it was exactly, correct me if I'm wrong, that women are destroying the Dabbleverse.
Yeah, because you ladies are destroying the Dabbleverse. Coming in, talking about their feelings, getting all upset and shit. Oh, this person said mean things about me. Or in Haley's case, for example, hey, motherfuckers, this is my story. And everyone's like, wait a minute, your story doesn't really add up, does it? And you're like, oh, I'm going to block you. Fuck you. I'm taking the live stream down. That sort of thing. Yes, please continue.
Okay. That's a lot to cover what you just said. First of all, I think women do things differently than men, but you're not including your new favorite people, the transverse. Do you want to tell them about that yet or no? You want me to tell them later?
All right. So we're going to go into this?
The merging of the transverse network and the newly homosexual open and out, coming out of the closet Dabbleverse.
Right. I see where you're going with this. Right. Just to clarify, Ashley, you can put me full screen if you want on this one, because I'll set the record straight. And
well, here's what's up. Here's what's up. Y'all just like, I get it. Like someone like Rocco's married, and I get he doesn't want to like talk about a lot of other ways. It's like it's boys hang time, right? And I get how I'm sure women in the Dabbleverse, besides me, have been annoying to him or frustrating because he just wants to do like caveman stuff, right? That's what you guys want to do. Copy that. But if you don't have a wife and you don't have kids, I think it's very weird that you want the Dabbleverse to be just men. Like, and a lot of you guys are not married and a lot of you guys don't have kids. So, okay. I don't know why Roachy's gatekeeping me, but that's what's happening. Oh, the reason I'm mad at Roachy, I'm always mad at Roachy. The reason I'm mad at Rocco is because he disrespected me by critiquing my ridiculous appearance on Stuttering John's show for no reason. And that was rude.
I haven't said anything on a live stream.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Rocco with my pencil.
Right, stop pointing at me then. Right, so let's be honest.
Everything's about you.
Let's be honest, though, right? To be fair, if you watch that clip and
to be gay or not to be gay is the question, right?
Never be gay. Never be full lady K. Honestly, Ash, if you could take yourself out of that, like you said, Rocco is objectively probably one of the funniest people in the Dabbleverse.
Very hilarious,
if not
dude.
The funniest, right? That being said, if you take yourself out of that and watch you on John's stream, it's funny because how much
I was retarded. I was nervous. I told you the reasons why.
Yeah,
I told you for why, and that's no one. That's not the public domain business. But I told you for why. I was walking on literal eggshells.
Greg shells, I believe we called it in the Dabbleverse, but yeah. So what's funny though, Ash, is you can tell within 10 seconds Rocco went, yeah, I've had enough of this, which is funny because it then leads into what he was saying about women ruining the Dabbleverse, right?
Yeah, but I don't want to be the person that is like the face of why women shouldn't be in the Dabbleverse.
Okay, Ash, I'm putting you on the spot. You don't know I'm going to do this, right? So anybody watching, Ashley,
here we go. I'm always feeling like Roachy has a gun.
Ashley,
He's ready to pull
Can you tell us off the top of your head a joke, please?
First of all, that's one of the dumbest questions ever. Second of all, if you're trying
Thanks
to get
for proving my point that women are not funny.
Okay, knock knock.
Who's there?
Roachy, who's a fucking asshole. Great joke.
Objectively funny, not. I didn't find it funny because I was about the joke, but you could argue that was funny, right?
Okay, and you want another joke? Hi, my name's Ashley Cummings. I'm Whitney Cummings' sister.
That is pretty funny. I mean, that's better than the first joke.
Well, that's Barry Katz told me that's how when I start my 5 minutes, I should start because no one would even believe it. Why don't you tell me a joke since you're so funny and you're such a great person at
Why did the pervert
telling
cross the
what
road?
funny isn't?
Why did the pervert cross the road?
Because they were you and they were
Because
porny.
he couldn't get his penis out of the chicken.
Sounds like you still.
Exactly. Anyway, we're going to end this live stream.
All right. Tomorrow will be Roachy's gatekeeping.
Do you know what's funny, Ash? I've got nothing. Right. Well,
What do you mean? You always say that.
I've got streams. I've got the streams that I've downloaded and stuff. I have a rough idea, but generally, I have nothing. Right. So, as I said last week when I was live, if you enjoy this shit, or if you enjoy similar YouTube Dabbleverse content that I do, and you hear any of these content creators go, "Oh, you won't believe the work I put in," they're fucking lying to you. I have nothing. I have a rough idea. I know I'm going to play one thing, and I've made a point of not mentioning it because I haven't seen anybody else fucking talk about this, right? So I'm like, okay, I've got one thing that's unique for me, right? Apart from that one idea, which I might end up just putting in the fucking intro, I have no idea what I'm going to cover, what I'm going to say, and in more likeliness, because I'm lazy as fuck, I am not even going to start editing until 6 p.m. my time, and I normally go live at 10 p.m. UK time. So I will do everything in 4 hours. I will go live. I will tell everybody they shouldn't fucking be here watching me, and then everybody will fucking be interested. And no, it's not the Pat Dixon car thing. It's not the holy shit. Pat Dixon's got the same background as Dave Serra, which is a bet, right? It's not that. It's the fact that people are not talking about something happened that covered up something else that had happened, and nobody's pointing this out.
Now I'm fucking intrigued. Give me the characters.
But then tune in tomorrow at 10 p.m. UK time. Roachy's gatekeeping. There you go.
Okay. So another joke. Growing up, a lot of people want to be ballerinas or astronauts. I wanted to be a pina colada, so my mom would pay attention to me. Roachy 888.
You know what? That was quite funny. And also, to be fair, Lady Doom, it's not necessarily a scoop. It's something that I think people have quietly forgotten about. It's not on their forefront of their brain. Everybody was aware of it when it happened.
Dabbling week, wasn't it?
It's certainly
Doom and I got attacked simultaneously by a cartoon. I mean, that doesn't happen every day.
I mean, listen. If I thought the Dabbleverse was going to turn into Roger Rabbit, like I would never have joined. But that's where we are right now, right? Where we
Roachy, be a better gatekeeper. Let's go.
This is what's funny about this, Ash, right? And I can say this on this live stream, right? People don't understand the irony of it being called gatekeeping. Like anybody fucking listens to me. Clearly, this stream is evidence that even you don't fucking listen to me.
What do you mean? I listen to you. What are you talking about? If anything, here come the jokes, by the way. I listen to you too much.
There you go. Anyway,
also, I just have a trigger, like, because people know who my sister is. They're like, tell us a joke. It's like, I'm not a fucking puppet master. I'm not.
Okay, then, Ash, can you tell one of your sister's jokes then? Do you know one of your sister's jokes?
I did last time. I thought it was very funny. She said if she was dating a guy that was a vampire, and that if he tried to leave her, she'd be like, maybe I'll pull down the sunroof down, or pull out some garlic. Like, I think that's funny. Another joke she said was funny. My real name isn't Cummings. That's my stage name. My real name is Cumshot. My real last name is Cumshot. That was kind of funny. These are all really old jokes. Anyway, we gotta go. Roachy will be gatekeeping tomorrow and I said last time, and I'm so sorry, it's 2 p.m. EST. Sorry, 2 p.m. PST, 5 p.m. Sorry. Yes, no, 5 p.m. on the East Coast, 2 p.m. on the West Coast. And you guys can figure out all the other times from there. And then the best joke ever is this show, right?
That is the funniest thing you said all week.
This one's for Ashley Cummins. Yeah. The other sister carving her own path. Let's ride! Let's ride. Twisted. Yoga mat warrior, always getting twisted. They took her favorite speed, left her in the dust. In a stable, but not stable, that's a hard trust bust. World's on fire, relationships a hot mess. She's pouring real tea while spilling her own dress. Earl Skakel cracking up, Roachy in the mix. H-man spitting wild, she keeps it legit.
Hush that fuss. Ashley's coming through, move to the front of the bus. Do you wanna vibe and laugh with us? We the type of people that make the podcast nuts. Hush that fuss. She's the real deal, speaking her mind for us.
It's a beautiful day. Ashley's in the house.
Good vibes today.
She won't hesitate to clap back when it's earned, but mostly here for laughs. Your bad takes get burned. Word events got a side eye in the news. Bad dates, honey, she's got better shoes. Family drama, yeah, we all got our scars. Hers just winnies and lives in fancy cars. Come vibe with the crew, no scripts, pure cap. Ashley Cummings podcast, put that on the map, or at least YouTube. In the stable, but not stable.
She's unbreakable.